Group, Family Drug, Pizza Palace, Jackson Live and Event Center, Saiho Insurance, Connor Smith Eye Center, Schneck Ortho and Sports Medicine, Schneider Plumbing and Heating, Beatty Insurance, BSM Group and UTB Protection, JC Bank, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, and Prosperity Financial Group.
We begin our coverage tonight with the pregame show. We join the voice of the Seymour Owls, Jay Hubbard.
Tonight from Bill Hare Field on the campus of Jeffersonville High School in Clark County, this is Seymour Owls football. Tonight, the Owls open Hoosier Hills Conference play as they take on the Red Devils from Jeffersonville High School. Hello again, everybody. Along with Lance Hubbard, I'm Jay Hubbard. Welcome to our coverage of Seymour football here on 92.7 WXKU. Both teams opened with a loss last week. Seymour gave up a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage, fell behind 7-0 to Greenwood, and although battled and had it within 2 scores early in the fourth quarter, a couple touchdowns by Greenwood late, they were able to pull away to a 38-8 victory. Meanwhile, Jeffersonville went on the road to play Cincinnati Taft, Ohio, and came away on the short end of a 37-0 ball game. This is a young Jeffersonville team with a lot of inexperienced players, like Seymour, replacing a lot of key players at key positions. Should be an interesting matchup here tonight in the opener for both teams, of course, in the Hoosier Hills Conference. Coming up on our pregame show, we'll do all of the usuals. We'll talk with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Mans. We'll have our Hoosier Hills Conference report. We'll have a preview of the Red Devils, a conversation with their head coach, Joe Washington, and we'll hear from the commissioner of the IHSAA. All coming up. But up next, a recap from last Friday's contest with Greenwood. Tonight from Jeffersonville, it's the Seymour Owls and the Jeffersonville Red Devils. And you're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Hi, I'm Vanessa with New Legacy. We are committed to providing payroll, taxes, and accounting services that instill confidence in your business operations. With convenient locations in Seymour and Scottsburg, New Legacy is right here in Southern Indiana, ready to support you every step of the way. Our dedicated team collaborates seamlessly to handle all aspects of your financial needs, ensuring compliance, accuracy, and peace of mind. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy, specializing in taxes, accounting, insurance, and wealth management. Call today at 812-271-2000.
Looking for stability in today's market? Lock in peace of mind with a fixed-rate mortgage from the People's Bank. Enjoy a great low rate that stays the same for the life of your loan. No surprises, no rising payments, just predictable monthly costs you can count on. Whether you're buying your first home, your forever home, or refinancing, our experienced lenders are here to help. Visit the People's Bank nearest you to learn more. The People's Bank, trusted guidance with hometown service. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
By day, I am your average teenager. But when sugar strikes, I become the Flossinator. That's me, and I am armed with minty floss and lightning-fast brushing skills, and I battle the villains of bad breath and gingivitis, keeping your smile selfie-ready all summer long. Join me, the Flossinator, and the Summer Smile Squad at Jackson County Dental in Seymour with my team of doctors, Doctors Pierce, Coomer, and Gardner. Checkups, cleanings, and superhero-level care await. Jackson County Dental, your super smile starts here.
The Seymour Owls welcomed in Greenwood to Bullitt Stadium last Friday for the season opener, and it didn't take long for the first points to be put on the board. As a matter of fact, it took one play, 7 seconds. Quarterback Aiden Hausman faked a handoff to Gunnar Rupert and threw across the middle to Ben Hopper. 55 yards. Ben Hommel took it to the end zone. One play. Greenwood up 7-0. Seymour got the ball on their own 12-yard line following that touchdown and did some nice things. Introduced a new offense in the wing T formation, and it fooled Greenwood early, especially this run from Everett Jackson.
Owls will line up this time. Two backs, Hawkins and Jackson in the back. Or actually, Jackson lines up on the right. The hand, it's actually a double reverse, and Everett Jackson's got room. 50, 40, down to the 30, down to the 25, and all the way down to the 22-yard line.
A 49-yard scamper set Seymour up inside the 20-yard line, but the Owls would eventually turn it over on downs at the 10-yard line, 4th and 1. Greenwood would come back and take it back down the field, and they would settle for a field goal. So a bend but don't break situation for the Owls. A 35-yard field goal from Will Thompson. It was 10-0. The Owls again were driving in Greenwood territory, but an interception again in the red zone stopped the drive. The interception was actually run back for a touchdown, but a block in the back during that interception return prevented the score then, but Greenwood would eventually score on a 14-yard scamper from Rupert, and it was 17-0. The Owls would have to punt on their next possession, but special teams came up with a big play.
Nice punt. That'll be taken at the 12-yard line. Bobbled. Still bobbled. Ball's loose in the Owls have it, I think. The ball is loose. It's a scramble. Let's see who has the ball. Do the Owls get a break and get the recovery?
It sure looked like it.
They had a couple. It is football. A great punt by Aaron. Who came up with that ball? Did you see, Lance? Jackson Fox recovered. Alex Milliken is the one who hit him and forced it. Well, he bobbled it on the catch, so he never really had possession of it.
Yeah, he bobbled it a couple of different times.
And then Milliken hit him, and the ball came loose, and Jackson Fox recovers, and the Owls have it 1st and 10 at the Greenwood 15-yard line.
Talk about it.
That would set up Seymour's first scoring drive of the night, a short drive at that. DeAndre Hawkins took it to the end of the drive.
Coach under center. Takes the snap, hands to Hawkins up the middle. Trayshawn into the end zone. Touchdown. Trayshawn Hawkins, 5-yard touchdown run.
I apologize. Tayshawn Hawkins, not DeAndre. Tayshawn Hawkins, the touchdown run. The Greenwood jumped off sides on the extra point, so the Owls decided to go for 2, and Hawkins scored on the 2-point conversion, so it was 17-8. It looked like Greenwood might have put points on at the end of the first half. The Owls defense, in particular, Cooper Smith, had other ideas.
And right off the bat, they quickly come out. Houseman Rose throws it into the end zone. It's picked off. Intercepted in the end zone. That is, who was that, Lance? Cooper Smith picks off the pass in the end zone from Houseman. And the Owls will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So 17-8 at halftime. The Owls got the ball first, but unfortunately fumbled on the ensuing kickoff. However, Greenwood did not turn that into points as the Owls defense would make a big stop.
Houseman will take the snap. Oh, this ball is loose. The Owls pick it up and go the other way. 20, 30, 35, and down to the 40-yard line. Who is that?
That was Holt.
That was Aaron Holt.
He made that.
Picked the ball up, and he ran it back the other way and will be brought down, and they will have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. There was some confusion.
Aaron Holt scrambled 36 yards the other way. However, the Owls simply could not get any offense going from that point until late in the game. Greenwood was able to put 2 touchdowns on the board to extend the lead. The Owls again down by just two scores, down by 16 at 24-8 in the fourth quarter. Again, were stopped on a 4th and 1 at the Greenwood 10-yard line. So 3 times in the red zone, coming up empty without points. Greenwood would then put together a couple scoring drives. They had a pick 6 late in the game, and eventually the final score read Greenwood 38, Seymour 8. Statistically, For the Owls, Trayshawn Hawkins, 17 carries, 53 yards. Everett Jackson, 5 carries for 74 yards. Max Coates was 8 of 16 passing with 3 interceptions. He had 65 yards. Top receiver was Charlie Bruce. Cooper Smith with an interception. Jordan Fox recovered the fumble on the punt. Also, Aaron Holt had a fumble recovery. Coach Tyson Moore on the coaches show last night about that performance against Greenwood.
I did think that our defense did a much better job responding, the next couple quarters. Obviously, from both aspects of the game, we kind of fell apart in the fourth quarter, but I did think for 3 quarters we did a lot of things well. Unfortunately, it was lack of execution and certain things here and there that ended up costing us. But I've been on both sides of the one play touchdown, and it can really flip the momentum in your favor or away from you, if you're not ready for it. So that hurt, but we've got to learn to recover from stuff like that because it's not the first time it's happened, and it definitely won't be the last.
The Hoosier Hills Conference season begins tonight with a road trip to Jeffersonville. More on the Red Devils in just a little bit. Up next, our fall sport recap. Again, the final from last Friday. Greenwood 38, Seymour 8. And you're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlinsuranceGroup.com.
Saturday nights in Seymour. Come alive at Jackson Live and Event Center. Each week, a great show filled with country music you love. Located in Freeman Field, the beautifully designed Jackson Live will transport you to the sounds of Nashville with new guests each week and national concerts monthly. Food is available, family atmosphere, and amazing country music. For tickets and more, visit JacksonLiveandEvents.com or on Facebook at Jackson Live. Book your tickets today for a great show, Jackson Live and Event Center in Seymour.
The doctors at Connor Smith Eye Center in Seymour are proud to have cared for the vision needs of the community since 1998. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Don't miss your yearly exam. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Back on our pregame show as we continue to count down to kickoff. The Owls and the Red Devils here tonight from Clark County. It's time now for our fall sport spotlight as we take a look at the week it was for Seymour High School fall sports. And we'll start with the cross-country teams. They hosted the Seymour Invitational at Freeman Field last Saturday. Seymour won the boys race with 33 points. Jennings County, Charlestown was second and third. Micah Jablonski was the individual winner. Caleb Jablonski was fourth. Abraham Goldsberry sixth. Ryder Thompson 11th. And Elijah Caudell 13th. The girls finished second with 51 points, lost by 1 point to Jennings County. Bedford North Lawrence was third. Anne-Marie Schuler was the top Seymour finisher in fourth. Chloe Jablonski fifth. Emma Dorio eighth. Ada Shepman 19th. And Lauren Dow was 20th. Volleyball team on Saturday beat Madison in 4 sets, 27-25, 22-25, 25-14, 25-21. Anna Fish was the top server. Zoe Williams the top hitter. Nora Campbell had 35 digs. JV won in straight sets. C-Team lost a pair of matches at Bloomington North to Brownstown Central and Bloomington South. On Tuesday, volleyball team lost in 4 sets at Columbus East, 24-26, 28-26, 25-15, 25-23. Record now is 2-2 on the season. Girls soccer, pair of matches this past week. Saturday lost a hard-fought game to Bloomington North, 2-1. Ella Brock scored a first-half goal to give Seymour a 1-0 lead, but gave up 2 second-half goals. On Monday, Lady Owls lost to Batesville 2-0. The Bulldogs scored 2 second-half goals. Maggie Calhoun had 10 saves and goal for Seymour. The Lady Owls are now 1-3 on the season. Boys soccer Saturday lost at Bloomington South, got their season going. Lost 6-0. It was just a 1-0 game at half, but 7th-ranked South exploded for 5 goals in the second half. Tuesday, Seymour went on the road to beat Silver Creek 6-1. Evan Unterseer and Dominic Dennis each had a pair of goals. Brandon Martinez and Markinson Paul scored a goal. Jonathan Scott had 4 saves. Gavin Murphy had 3. Last night, Seymour battled to a scoreless tie with Bloomington North, a very well-played soccer game on the pitch. Jonathan Scott, 10 saves in goal for his first shutout of his high school career. Afterwards, Coach Matt Dennis talked about how the defense has improved, and that was a bright spot on Thursday.
The greatest part of today was we struggled defensively with our shape. You know, we replaced 3 of our back 4 and a goalkeeper, and so we've got a big new look out there defensively. And the summer it was a struggle, and early in the season it was a struggle, and I wasn't sure that we could put together an 80-minute defensive performance. And that was really good to see. We had a commitment to helping each other. We had tight lines. We were compact. We shifted well. You could see good communication. You saw guys competing for every ball and then every second ball, and that's stuff that we haven't done yet. You know, we had 6 games over the summer, and this is our 3rd game, and we hadn't seen that yet, especially let alone for 80 minutes. But that was really, really good. That's the one thing. Now we got to clean up. We got to clean up how we go forward. We made a couple of poor choices in key moments. Our technique broke down in some key moments, but we also had some really good opportunities. So you don't look at this and celebrate the shutout and say, hey, good, we packed it in. I mean, we went forward. We were dangerous around the area, especially in that second half. We got a lot better. We're going to have to get a little bit more technically better in the attacking third, but this is a game we can build on, and that's what I want. That's why we have these 4 games before we start conference play.
Seymour is 1-1-1 on the season. Girls golf team had 1 match this week. They beat Columbus North 198-224 at Harrison Lakes Country Club. Emmy Followell was the medalist in that meet. Boys tennis. Friday lost a tough one to Scottsburg 3-2. Carter Stein won at number 2 singles. Sean Takuchi and Max Payne won at number 1 doubles. Tuesday, Seymour beat Shelbyville 3-2. All 3 singles positions won. That included Carter Stein at 1, Braylon Busby at 2, and Dane Thompson at 3. And then last night, Seymour edged out a 3-2 win over Jennings County. The Owls points at number 2 singles, Braylon Busby, and number 3 singles, Dane Thompson, while Max Payne and Gage Hillian got a win at number 2 doubles. Seymour's 3-2. They're playing at Brownstown Central this afternoon. Our fall sports spotlight at halftime tonight is on the boys tennis team, as we'll talk with Seymour coach P.J. Stein. Again, that comes up on the Prosperity Financial Insurance halftime show tonight. Up next, it's our weekly conversation with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Vance. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get SciHo Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with SciHo Insurance Services. At SciHo, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at sciho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become SciHo Smart.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive.
Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes. UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
Time now for our athletic report as we continue here on our pregame show. It's our weekly sit-down with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Mans. And Kirk, one thing I wanted to talk about this last week. If you come to a volleyball match this year, or if you come to any event inside of Lloyd Scott Gymnasium, you're going to see a couple new things, in particular new additions to the gym that we got this summer.
Yeah, two really nice additions actually, and the first one is going to be really nice in terms of just getting around the facility, moving up the steps, moving down the steps, moving around the bleachers. We have handrails in them now, and so it's nice, and it's something that we've been in need of for several years. And the other addition that we've made is the concession stand that's primarily used under your spot, where you do all your broadcasting, and we were able to be able to just renovate that and bring it into the new times here. And so new cabinetry and just things that don't sound that fancy or that sexy, but man, they sure are to me. And it's nice to have that, and hopefully we're going to be able to do the other concession stands over the next few years as well. Yeah, it's really nice. As far as athletic events, soccer team got underway, so everybody has now officially begun the fall season. And in some sports, I know we were talking with Coach Hoffman last week. Strange to say, they don't have any home matches left because they get started so early. But everybody's kind of in the full swing of things, and it's 100% straightforward. And certainly with the weather we've had, it's been some really good action to play in with the weather we've been having. Yeah, the heat moved out recently, and the rain has moved out, and so it's nice in the evenings for our fans too, not just our players, to be able to sit out and be able to enjoy things. But you mentioned girls golf already, and they're only 3 weeks away from the Hoosier Hills Conference tournament, followed then the next week by the sectional. So that one always goes quickly. But we're in full sprint. Just full steam ahead. I was thinking about tomorrow as I was saying that, and we have so much going on tomorrow. Our teams are out, our volleyball teams, our freshmen, our varsity are in tournaments tomorrow, soccer teams, and you name it, they're all out tomorrow. Cross country's running at Franklin, and so things are moving, and they go very quickly this time of year for us. But off to a good start. Kids are healthy, across the board right now. Just a few banged up a little bit, but overall things are going well. I think our coaches are doing a really great job, and so we're moving forward right now. Had a really good crowd at the football game Friday night. Obviously, it's nice to have a 300-member marching band, which gets some people in the stands. But I know I was at boys soccer in the second half last night, and a lot of the students came over. That was a great atmosphere. It's been a lot of fun to be at some of these events to see the other sports get involved, especially from the student section. It's great to see that. Last night there was a good crowd in terms of students, and supporting other students, and that's what you want to see. And we've always had that at football games, but when it comes down to students supporting students, other sports supporting other sports, that makes it a community, and that's what we're interested in, and that's what we love to see.
All right. Always enjoyed. Have a good Labor Day weekend. We'll talk again next week.
Yeah, you too. And happy Labor Day. Everybody enjoy that extra day off this weekend, and go Owls.
Up next, our scouting report on the Jeffersonville Red Devils, including a conversation with their head coach, Joe Washington. That after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships, online at bobboyner.com.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Looking for stability in today's market? Lock in peace of mind with a fixed rate mortgage from the People's Bank. Enjoy a great low rate that stays the same for the life of your loan. No surprises, no rising payments, just predictable monthly cost you can count on. Whether you're buying your first home, your forever home, or refinancing, our experienced lenders are here to help. Visit the People's Bank nearest you to learn more. The People's Bank, trusted guidance with hometown service. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Back on our pregame show as we continue to count down to kick off the Owls and the Red Devils tonight here from Jeffersonville. And our scouting report on the Red Devils, so they opened the season last week on the road, losing 37-0 to Cincinnati Taft. They're coached by Joe Washington. In his second year, had a 6-4 record a year ago with the Red Devils, and I had a chance to talk with him earlier this week about his ball club. Here was our conversation. Well, Coach Washington, first of all, thanks for taking the time to join us. Talk a little bit about your team. I know we had your opening game last week against a team out of Cincinnati. I look at your roster. You got a lot of new faces in a lot of positions this year, don't you?
Yeah, we're a very young team. We lost a lot. We probably lost all our production last year, except for Braylon Gray. Who's coming back, and I think he was, third in, receiving yards and things of that nature last year. And then Cordell, who started only one game for us last year. So we're extremely young.
I know you list a sophomore, Braden Bachman, at quarterback. I know he saw his first varsity action last week. How did you think he did?
He did well. Surprising. He's a baseball kid. Baseball, has been his number one sport. So, we work around his baseball schedule. But for him to step in and play the way he played at the end of Taft, show some heart and show some composure. We're excited for him to step in this week, due to Cordell being out with a concussion, and fill the shoes and execute the offense, as needed.
Coach, despite the score last week, what did you see positive from your team?
It was just a couple plays. I mean, we at halftime we weren't down by a lot. It was just some mishaps on our end that showed our youth. Bad snap, and some missed play calls. We take some of that stuff out. It could be, it could have been 21-14, 14-14 at half and been a different story than how it played out.
A lot of things the coaches will say is you learn from your mistakes, and there were certainly things that you saw that were positive, and the goal is to build from week to week, isn't it?
Yeah. Just take what we saw last week and, implement, the corrections this week going forward. That team at Taft was very talented. We watched them on film, and we thought they were fast and semi-big on film, but, in person they were extremely faster than we thought and extremely bigger than we thought. So, they were a very talented team. That coach up there has a very talented team and a good program going forward with them. So I believe they had, I was talking and looking online, they had I think 20 kids that have Division I offers and 7 of them that are already committed. So they had an extremely talented team. So, our guys, look at that and say, hey, we can semi-play with those guys for a half. We should be able to learn and improve each week.
Coach, what about your defense last week? What did you see positive from them?
There wasn't a lot of missed assignments. Tackling was pretty good. Coverage, we saw guys that were dropping in their zones and making right defensive calls. So there was a lot of growth that way that we thought was going to be trouble for us because just the inexperience. But they showed up. Defensive line, they were getting to their gaps and getting to where they were supposed to be.
Coach, what are your impressions of Seymour, what you saw in film from their Week 1 game with Greenwood?
They're a pretty good team. I was very impressed with, I believe it's Trayshawn Hawkins, running back, number 3. Very impressed with his running ability. Just the way he gets his speed, he gets downhill, makes some cuts, fights for that extra yardage. I was extremely impressed by him. He's one of the kids that I marked in our coaches meeting on Sunday, like, hey, we got to find a way to stop this guy. And then the big offensive lineman, Evan, is it Ben Home?
Von Haney.
Von Haney. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Actually, when I first started watching film, I was like, sorry, the bell's ringing.
Oh, that's okay.
I was looking, I was like, man, that's a big old boy. And then I went back to last year's roster, and I saw him. I was like, hold on. This kid's dropped 50 pounds. Like, he looks good. Like, I was very, very impressed with his dedication to the offseason to come back his senior year and really, tone his body up. And he's a monster out there. They run the ball behind him. He's pancaking kids, moving people out of the way. So I was very impressed by him, and he's going to be one that we have to, as offensive lineman, you have to really watch out for that.
Coach, from Week 1 to Week 2, obviously you want to see improvement. It's a conference game. It's moving on from being 0-1. What's the biggest key for you in this ball game tonight that you feel like you have to do to have some success?
We just have to be disciplined. We have to be a disciplined ball club. We can't afford any extra penalties. We can't afford any offsides. We have to be, very disciplined in our alignment and assignment on defense, and discipline on running our offense Friday night for us to be successful.
Coach Washington, Jeffersonville, Red Devils taking the time. Coach, as always, I appreciate the time. Good to talk with you. We'll wish you the best of luck the rest of the year.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And those were comments from Coach Joe Washington as we talked with him earlier this week. The Red Devils have a 16-12 series advantage in the last 40 years. Breaking that down a little closer, they won last year's meeting at Bullitt Stadium 14-12. 5-5 in the last 10 meetings. Seymour is 3-2 in the last 5 meetings here at Jeffersonville, and Tyson Moore is 3-2 against Jeffersonville. So looking forward to a great matchup. The Red Devils 183rd overall in the Sagarin, Seymour 206th overall. Their difference only about 2 points, so evenly matched as far as that goes. Up next, our weekly conversation with a Seymour High School coach tonight. It's defensive coordinator Stephen Wolfenbarger. That conversation coming up in 2 minutes. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Have you recently reviewed your home and auto insurance policies? Do you have adequate coverage in place? We at Stahl Insurance are here to help. Come see us at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour. Our agents Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, and Chris Stahl can help evaluate your current policies and make sure proper coverage is in place. That's Stahl Insurance at 812-524-0692 or come see us at 211 North Chestnut Street across from City Hall.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
By day, I am your average teenager. But when sugar strikes, I become the flossinator. That's me, and I am armed with minty floss and lightning-fast brushing skills, and I battle the villains of bad breath and gingivitis, keeping your smile selfie-ready all summer long. Join me, the Flossinator, and the Summer Smile Squad at Jackson County Dental in Seymour with my team of doctors, Drs. Pierce, Coomer, and Gardner. Checkups, cleanings, and superhero-level care await. Jackson County Dental, your super smile starts here.
Saturday nights in Seymour. Come alive at Jackson Live and Event Center. Each week, a great show filled with country music you love, located in Freeman Field. The beautifully designed Jackson Live will transport you to the sounds of Nashville with new guests each week and national concerts monthly. Food is available, family atmosphere, and amazing country music. For tickets and more, visit JacksonLiveandEvents.com or on Facebook at Jackson Live. Book your tickets today for a great show, Jackson Live and Event Center in Seymour. Back on our pregame show as we get set for the Red Devils tonight, and our coach of the week is defensive coordinator Stephen Wolfenbarger, or as everybody knows him as Coach Wolf. And how many years now, Coach?
This will be 9th year with the program and 6th year as the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, you started as DC, I believe, with Coach Moore, did you not?
Yep, that was my first year as DC. Was his first year as the head coach.
So he's let you hang around, so that's a good thing. But I tell you what, I thought the Greenwood game, you look at the scoreboard 38-8, and you're going to say, well, defense didn't play that well, and I don't know that that's true. Defense, I thought, played really well. I mean, there was a pick six, there was a 20-yard drive. Certainly, it's a team game, but I thought there were some good things that the defense did last Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the biggest thing that we got to worry about that we've harped on this week is stopping the run. Greenwood, I thought, ran the ball really well against us. They did a good job blocking and getting to the second level. So we just got to make sure that we execute this week, and I think if we stop the run, that's going to help us a lot in the pass game as well.
Defensively, we're not blessed with a lot of size. We never have been. So how do you adjust to that as far as what are some of the things that you tell your kids to try to offset the size factor?
We try to use our speed when that opportunity presents itself, if we feel like we can. But outside of that, we got to tell those kids, I get you're smaller, but you still got to, man up, so to speak, and be able to take on those blocks and hold your gap and feel hard.
You look at your team, we talked about the offensive side of the ball and all the replacements that we had to make, and I thought defensively we had to make just as many. Everybody talks about Jalen Johnson's loss on the offensive side. He was just as big of a person to replace on the defensive side of the ball, and he wasn't the only one.
Yeah, no, we lost quite a few starters. I think we returned 3 guys, and then Charlie Rocky, one of those returners, ended up getting a shoulder injury, so now we're down to 2 guys, but I think the guys that are playing for us, they've earned it over the summer, and I think they're going to go out and prove that they can be a good defense this year.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but are we
kind of approaching with a new style this year from a defensive scheme part of things?
Yeah, we've typically ran 3-4, and we walk our outside linebackers down, run more of like a 5-2 look. This year, because of our size that we don't have, I guess, that we switch more to a 4-2-5, 4-3 look, depending on what the offense is showing us. And I think that's going to help us as far as the size disadvantage goes.
Not only have you replaced some people, you've moved some people around. I think Aaron Holt's more kind of a linebacker for you now. I mean, he may play some secondary, but he kind of lines up more of a linebacker position now this year, doesn't he?
Yeah, Holt's playing down and more in the box, and I think that complements his skill set. He's a good tackler. He's aggressive. He's not afraid to come down and make a play. We moved Braden Riley back to linebacker, which is more of his natural position. We put him at D-line last year because we knew he was one of our better guys, and we just wanted to find a way to get him on the field. So I think linebacker's his natural spot. I think that's, as far as guys we moved, those are the only two. So
okay. You talk a little bit about Jeffersonville as far as tackling better, stopping the run. Obviously, anytime you play Jeffersonville, and they've got a lot of new kids on the offensive side of the ball too, but they always are blessed with that capability of going 80 yards in one play because of their speed and their quickness. Obviously, you've always got to prevent against that when you're playing at Jeffersonville, no matter who's on the side of the ball, don't you?
Absolutely. We're telling our guys to make sure that they're setting the edge. They're doing a good job trying to turn everything back into the teeth of the defense. It's just about executing after that.
What do you want to see from your defense improvement-wise from week 1 to week 2? What are the biggest things that you're going to be looking for this Friday night?
Well, we definitely have worked on it a lot all summer and even coming into this week, but I'd like to see us tackle a little better. And I think they'll do that. I have confidence in them to be able to do that. And like I said earlier, just stopping the run. I mean, that's got to be our primary focus right now, is to make sure that we can stop teams from running the ball, force them to pass it, and go from there.
As far as when I say your coaches that you have, as far as position coaches, you've been working with some of the same guys the last couple of years, so you kind of got a routine as far as what you want to do in practice and things like that, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Cody Johnson, our defensive line coach, he's been with us for I think this is his 3rd year now, and we joke around and call him Cody, C-O-T-Y, Coach of the Year, because he steps up and he takes care of a lot of things that aren't really noticed, I guess, from the outside perspective. But yeah, Cody does an awesome job. Montana moved up from the middle school this year, and he's really brought some new things as far as the DB side of the defense goes, and I think this is good staff that we got here defensively.
All right, well, we look forward to talking with those guys as the weeks continue. Coach, as always, enjoy talking with you. Best of luck. Have a good one here tonight against Jeffersonville.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Stephen Wolfenberger, Coach Wolf, our Coach of the Week. We'll take a break, come back with the Hoosier Hills Conference Report. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
New Legacy understands the importance of securing your future, and we are ready to serve you at either of our locations in Seymour or Scottsburg. Insurance isn't just about protection. It's about providing peace of mind and financial security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's safeguarding your business, home, or health, New Legacy is here to guide you through the process and ensure you have the coverage you need. Don't wait until it's too late to protect what matters most. Call today at 812-271-2000 or visit us to start building a legacy of security. When it comes to insurance, do what you do best and delegate the rest. To us at New Legacy.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA. This week, we're honored to have Robert Falcons, Assistant Commissioner, the IHSAA. One of his primary responsibilities is to direct the football championships. And Robert, thanks for taking time. Congratulations to everybody on a great first week last Friday.
Absolutely. It's always fun. People get excited about that first week of football, and to the credit of everyone around the state of Indiana, we had a great first week.
I think people would be curious, how many teams compete in football in our state?
We have 317 teams that compete in the tournament.
317 teams. How many kids?
Oh boy, that's we're about 18,000. I think that's the number, about 18,000. It's one of the larger sports that we have with respect to participation.
That's interesting. I'm not so sure nationwide that the numbers are going up. We're led to believe that numbers are leveling off or going down in football, so that's encouraging for the state of Indiana.
Absolutely. We a few years ago with the concussion and then COVID, we had a dip in participation that's come up. It's leveling off. It's getting back to where it was prior to those two instances, and our coaches are doing a great job. Kids are coming out. They're having fun, and of course the play is so good now.
The play is so good, and the other thing that I think people have to understand and recognize is that it's one of the more galvanizing activities for a community and a school system is those Friday night lights types of situations where pregame, postgame, all the things that are going on. It's an event everywhere around the state.
Absolutely. I was at a game on Friday night. They've got the band going on. They got food trucks. There's barbecue. There's tailgating. You said it correctly. It is a community event. It's one that galvanizes the entire community on both sides, home and visitors, and it's a great way to start the school year.
I think in my conversations with Paul Condrey and others who are knowledgeable of high school football in our state, the consensus seems to be that this is in all six classes, there seems to be no clear-cut favorite going into the start, that it may be as wide open as we've seen in years.
Yes, sir. And again, that has a lot to do with how well our coaches prepare our kids, how they coach them and make them ready to play. Again, football is really, really good across all classes, across all locales, and everybody has a chance to win, which is the beautiful thing in Indiana.
Robert Falcons joining us. We're talking about high school football. All right, week number 2, all the coaches, all the experts tell you that the greatest amount of progress is from week 1 to week 2. And why do we think that is?
Well, because in that first week we see a lot of jitters. At the game that I went to on Friday, they had 17 kids starting out of 22 positions that had never played a down of varsity football. So that learning curve was going to be pretty steep in that game, and you could see it. But between week 1 and week 2, coaches go back and address those issues that they saw in game 1, perfect them, and then that result during week 2 is phenomenal change. And that's if you're a coach, you're happy with it. If you're a fan, you're happy. If you're a player, you're really, really satisfied that you can apply what you've been taught and learned and make some plays in the right times.
Week number 2, some great matchups across the state. I know you and the staff, your colleagues are out throughout the week, and we don't want to slight the other fall sports. It's a very busy time for everybody around the state in high school athletics.
Absolutely, and Friday is normally the day that all everything else is put on hold for football, and it garners a lot of attention. You got the band kid. It is a huge, you said it before, it's a huge community event, and everyone wants to participate. We put on a good show. The band does a great job. The cheerleaders are phenomenal. It is, like you said, it's a great experience and certainly one that people certainly enjoy.
Week number 2 of high school football coming up. Robert Falcons from the IHSAA. Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate the time. Be safe on the highways this weekend.
Yes, sir. You do the same. We'll see you out.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seymour smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seymour Insurance Services. At Seymour, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at sciho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seymour Smart.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships, online at bobboyner.com.
We are getting closer to kickoff. The Owls and the Red Devils tonight from Blair Field. Just a quick check of the Hoosier Hills Conference. Last week, the conference had 2 wins. Bedford North Lawrence defeated Martinsville 33-15. And Floyd Central got a 47-7 win over Warren East out of Kentucky. Columbus East lost to Bloomington South 42-7. New Albany lost to Providence 49-14. And, of course, we told you Jeffersonville shut out by Cincinnati Taft, Ohio, 37-0. Tonight, conference teams all in non-conference play with the exception of this game here tonight. Bedford North Lawrence, they're at Bloomington North. Columbus East is hosting Columbus North in the cross-town rivalry. Floyd Central makes the trip north on 65 to play Whiteland. New Albany welcomes in Indianapolis Lutheran, who makes the trip south on 65. And, of course, this conference game. Now, I was told, and I was not aware of this, so it was news to me, and I apologize for not knowing this information last week, but Jennings County is not a member of the conference football. There was an agreement made, but Jennings County is not part of the conference standings for the Hoosier Hills Conference. So when we talk about the Panthers, they are a non-conference team. They're playing at Beech Grove tonight. A couple other games of note. Brownstown Central, they play at Charlestown. Scottsburg is playing North Harrison. Maybe the game of the week statewide will be number 1 ranked Brownsburg hosting number 1 ranked Brownsburg in 6A, hosting number 2 ranked Indianapolis Cathedral in 5A. So definitely the game of the night. As far as 5A goes, Bloomington South, ranked number 5. They play Martinsville tonight. Floyd Central is number 9 in the poll this week. Castle is at number 12. They'll play Evansville Mater Dei. A couple other local teams in the polls include Heritage Hills, number 2 in 4A. Greenwood up to number 10 in 4A at 1-0 after that win last week. Brownstown Central ranked number 3 in 2A. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go down onto the field and talk with Seymour coach Tyson Moore. It's our last word before kickoff. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Down on the field, it's our last word before kickoff as we talk with head coach Tyson Moore. And, Coach, after last week, we put it behind us, and week of practice leading up to our first conference game. How's the weekend?
It's been beautiful weather-wise. A lot of good reps, getting some stuff up. So we've made a lot of progress in 7 days. I'm hoping that we can show that out on the field tonight.
What's the biggest thing that you want to see improvement from the team from week 1 to week 2?
Offensively, finishing in the red zone is huge. Defensively, tackling. I thought that those were both our weakest points in the game last week. And I think if we clean those up, it's going to help us a lot tonight.
Both teams are similar in the fact that they have a lot of inexperienced players playing, but this is a Jeffersonville team, and we've talked about this many times, how you got to prevent the big play because despite new kids, they usually have speed and quickness that can go 80 yards in one play.
Yeah, they've got a good offense, and they've got athletes all over the field, and that's why I say we got to clean up our tackling and be able to make tackles when we got them and not let them run through stuff because, like you said, they've got the ability to go one play, 80 yards for a touchdown. That's the last thing we need to have happen right now. So, cleaning up our fundamentals and really just controlling the line of scrimmage would be huge.
Anytime we play on the road, it's important to get off to a good start. Maybe a touchdown early or a stop or a turnover, something to kind of get the momentum on our side early in it.
I think the biggest thing is offensively, whether we get the ball first or second, whenever we touch it, have a nice drive, nice long drive like we did last week to set the tone and punch it in. That's the biggest thing is we got to come away with points on that first drive. Nothing kills momentum more than a 3 and out, getting off the field quick. Defensively, on the other hand, if we can play ball and get off the field, get the ball back in the offense's hands, the faster the better. So
go 1-0 every week. That's the goal, right?
Absolutely, man. 1-0 and figure everything else out as it comes.
All right, Coach, best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls.
Starting lineups and the opening kick. It's next Seymour at Jeffersonville. It all comes your way on 92.7 WXKU.
Looking for stability in today's market? Lock in peace of mind with a fixed rate mortgage from the People's Bank. Enjoy a great low rate that stays the same for the life of your loan. No surprises, no rising payments, just predictable monthly cost you can count on. Whether you're buying your first home, your forever home, or refinancing, our experienced lenders are here to help. Visit the People's Bank nearest you to learn more. The People's Bank, trusted guidance with hometown service. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlInsuranceGroup.com.
And back here at Jeffersonville High School, where we are just about set for football on this Friday night as the Owls and the Red Devils get ready to do battle in the opening game of the Hoosier Hills Conference. Along with Lance Hubbard, I'm Jay Hubbard, and welcome to our coverage. Let's look at the starting lineups. The Owls won the toss and elected to receive. So let's check the offensive lineup for Seymour, brought to you by Pizza Palace. Stop in and mention tonight's game night special and get a 16-inch two-topping pizza for only $19.99. Again, mention it's the Pizza Palace starting lineup special, a 16-inch two-topping pizza for only $19.99. Along the offensive line for the Owls, the left guard is Chase Carter, a 6'1", 250-pound sophomore. The right guard is Evan Von Haney, a 6'4", 260-pound senior. The tackles on the left side, Blake Steinbrook, a 5'9", 197-pound junior. And on the right side, Chase Smith, a 6'1", 210-pound junior. And the center is Diego Aguilar, a 5'10", 230-pound senior. The tight end is Jackson Fox, a 6'3", 180-pound junior. The running backs, Everett Jackson, a 5'10", 160-pound sophomore, and Trayshawn Hawkins, a 5'9", 180-pound senior. The wideouts, Alex Milliken, a 5'11", 155-pound senior. Charlie Bruce, a 5'10", 150-pound senior. And the quarterback is Max Coates, a 6'2", 180-pound junior. The Owls are 0-1 after the opening season loss to Greenwood, 38-8. Meanwhile, the Red Devils also at 0-1 with a loss 37-0 to Taft, Cincinnati Taft. And somebody asked, what kind of football team is Taft? I was told they're very similar to Whiteland, which is usually a pretty good program. And as Coach Washington said in our pregame interview, they were just at times outclassed in that ball game. So both teams looking to get to right the ship here tonight on a beautiful night for football. It's almost borderline warm, but it's a nice breeze. Sun is shining. Certainly, I will tell you this, it's about 20 degrees hotter in the press box than it is outside. Lance was like, I'm going to go sit outside where it's cooler. There is no circulation. We're kind of in a little corner right in the middle in our little cubby hole, and there is no circulation in this little spot at all. So
no air conditioning either.
And no air conditioning. I know we're spoiled, right?
We are spoiled at Seymour.
Well, at Seymour, you got the big wide open window that comes through. Here, it's like we're just kind of secluded from everything. And
the front part of the press box is kind of angled too. The top part is a little further out from the bottom part, and the front side of the press box, we're not getting that much of a breeze either.
That's all right. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us at home. So still got the best seat in the house up here, right here at Jeffersonville. So
right on the 50-yard line too.
Right on the 50-yard line. Hey, I want to thank new athletic director A.J. Moye. Obviously, if you're an Indiana basketball fan, back we were talking with him earlier, 2004, member of the Hoosiers, a new athletic director here at Jeffersonville. Really had a chance to meet him and talk with him before tonight's contest. We are set for action. We're so glad you're with us wherever you might be back at Seymour or listening wherever you might be. Would hope you enjoy the broadcast. Along with Lance, I'm Jay. As the Red Devils have it teed up, the kicker is Max Schoonover. He does the kicking and the punting duties for Jeffersonville. As back deep for the Owls is Alex Milliken and Aaron Holt. Actually, no, that's Everett Jackson and Aaron Holt back deep. There's the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick that Aaron Holt will let go as it will go into the end zone, and the Owls will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20 as Max Coates will lead his team out. The Owls in all white tonight, white jerseys, white pants, white helmets. The Red Devils, all red. Red jerseys, red pants, and red helmets. No confusing the two teams tonight, red and white, out on the field. So the Owls will come out. Let's see what formation they open in. We saw a lot of different formations last Friday, and they will come up in the double slot with Coates in the shotgun. He'll send receivers to either side, and Fox lines up as an H-back to the right. In the shotgun is Coates. He takes the snap. He is going to hand to Hawkins, tries to bounce around to the left end. Actually, no.
Up the middle.
He kept it. You're right. That fooled me right off the bat.
Fooled a lot of the Jeffersonville players, too. They were getting ready to tackle Hawkins.
So Max Coates keeps it himself, picks up 2, Gain of 2 on first down, bring up a 2nd down and 8. Well, I was right in front of me, and I could have swore he gave the ball to Hawkins. So obviously saw something, kept it himself, and gets 2 yards. Now the Owls will come back in more of a tight formation, actually in that wing T formation. They'll send Milliken out and 2 slots and a fullback and another H-back. 10 guys within the line of scrimmage. This time Hawkins will get the carry, tries to bounce it around the left end, and he gets swarmed back behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose 3. They're going to mark him all the way back to the 19-yard line. Simply no penetration that time from the Owl offensive line. And it was Jaden Kelly, a safety, 6'1", 190-pound junior who flew in to make the tackle. But I'll be honest with you, Trayshawn had absolutely nowhere to run, and the Owls put behind the 8 ball right off the bat. 3rd down and 11 at their own 19-yard line. Just underway, clock moving under 11 minutes. Seymour with the first possession of the ball game and already facing a 3rd down and 11. Again, this time they'll bring 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Double slots in shotgun is Coates. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Across the middle. And it's incomplete. The receiver, intended receiver for the Owls, fell down. And that was Everett Jackson, who was the intended receiver. He tried to cut to the sideline and lost his footing. And the ball sailed into the Seymour sideline. And the Owls are a 3 and out to start this game and will be forced to punt. And Aaron Holt will drop back in punt formation. Back deep for the Red Devils is Nation McBroom. He stands about the 50-yard line. And now a flag comes down, and do the Owls take too much time?
Look at
an illegal substitution on the Owls. So somebody must have come in after they broke the huddle. And that'll cost Seymour 5 yards, move it back to the 14. So this drive is gone from bad to worse right off the bat, and now Aaron stands about his own goal line in punt formation.
Definitely a drive to forget.
Again, now McBroom will come in. He stands about the 43-yard line of Seymour. There's the snap. It's a good one. Aaron will run out rugby style, poots it away. It will bounce at the 40. McBroom will let it bounce. A good Seymour bounce. It'll roll all the way into Seymour territory, or actually into Jeffersonville territory. And Jackson Fox downs it at the 48-yard line. So he got a nice roll, about 12 yards on the roll, and it turns out to be a pretty good punt. Well, Lance, 38 yards from the 14-yard line. I think, yeah, 38 yards.
13 of them were from the bounce and the roll.
Yeah, the bounce. He got a good bounce. Now Jeffersonville start 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line, and the quarterback. They played 2 different quarterbacks in that game with Taft, and they're going to start with the sophomore, Braden Bachman. He's a 6'1", 185-pound junior, or sophomore, I beg your pardon. He's back to throw. Throws an out pass. It's caught out in the flat, a missed tackle, and breaking a tackle, Jeffersonville down to the 45-yard line. That is Nation Rowe McBroom on the catch, a pickup of 7 yards. Will bring up a 2nd and 3. Braden Bachman, a sophomore, of course, also Cordell Thomas, a junior. He quarterbacked them last year, and he saw some action against Taft as well. So we might see both quarterbacks, but Bachman will start. 2nd down and 3. He takes the snap. He's going to hand to his running back, Rice, around left end to the 40. He's got a 1st down 35 and dragged down from behind inside the 30-yard line. Finally making the stop was
flag at the 41.
Charlie Bruce, and you're right, there's a flag at the 41. Let's see what that call is. It's going to be a hold against the Red Devils, so the Owls catch a break.
Would have been a 17-yard run without the holding, but the holding will definitely bring him back.
Benji Rice, the ball carrier, and the penalty will be marked from the spot of the foul, and they'll walk that all the way back. Well, let's see. Actually, I think they're going to put it just about. No, actually, they're going to go farther back to the 50. Put it right down at the 50-yard line. So bring up a 2nd down and 8 now for the Red Devils back at their own at midfield.
Flag was thrown on the 40, so 10 yards back to the 50. So see if the Owls defense can caught a break on that 2nd down play.
Send receivers to either side. Jeffersonville does. Nation Rowe McBroom, and then to the right is Gabe Brady. Bachman gets the call. He's got 2 running backs back there, Rice and D.D. Williams. Takes the snap. He's going to hand to Williams right up the middle, and he's got about 3. We'll give him up to the 46-yard line. A nice play there by the Owls middle linebacker Braden Riley on the stop, a pickup of 3. And it'll bring up a third down for Jeffersonville. Third down, and we'll call a long 5. Ball at the Seymour 47-yard line. They need to get to the 42.
Yeah, nice shot by Blake Strainbrook, too. He also had a hold of him from behind, preventing him getting more yardage.
There's the snap. It's a high snap. The ball is loose, and it's still loose. And I think the Owls have it. They say they do. And it is Seymour football. So the Owls jump on it. It was a high snap.
So they're saying Jeffersonville recovered.
Jeffersonville recovered, but it will be a fourth down back at the 47-yard line. Well, that ball, it was loose, and it fell, and it looked like the Owls had a chance to fall on it, and then it scooted away again, and finally Jeffersonville was able to fall back on it, but it brings up a 4th and 7, and the offensive unit will stay out on the field. They do not show signs that they're going to punt. So a big play here for the Owls defense if they can come up 8-14 and counting here in the opening quarter. The Owls were 3 and out on their first possession. Bachman in shotgun with 2 running backs, straight back to throw, throws it out, and it's going to be caught, and it's a first down for Jeffersonville McBroom, and he'll go out of bounds at the Seymour 35-yard line. Again, there's nothing fancy on that pattern. He just simply runs down the field and makes a catch of 12 yards. Needed 7, got 12, and it's a first down Red Devils at the Seymour 35-yard line. Well, the Owls corner playing off of him. Cooper Smith, the corner over here, he was a good 10 yards off, and all McBroom did was just go down about 5 yards. Quarterback hits him, and he gets a first down.
Yep, just a simple curl route. Got to the yard marker, curled back, had enough time to get extra yards at the catch, too. Definitely playing off Seymour, preventing the deep ball, but nice play call.
Bachman in shotgun. Again, it's a high snap, and this time he falls on it back at the 41. That wasn't a high snap. I'm not going to fault that one on the center. That's Bachman just took his eye off of it. He was going to pitch it. He had Rice coming behind him in motion, and he was going to turn and flip it to Rice, and hopefully Benji could get out to the outside, and he just simply didn't get the ball. He let it fall, and he falls on it back at the 41-yard line, so a loss of 6. It'll bring up a 2nd and 16 now for Jeffersonville. Got to have it before you can flip it, I guess, and the old adage, you got to catch it before you can run. And the same goes for the quarterback, too. Bachman in the shotgun with running backs to either side. 2 wide receivers to either side. In motion goes Williams. The hand is right up the middle to Rice. He bounces off a couple of Seymour tacklers and falls forward inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line.
Jacob Dowell was the first one, made contact there, got through the offensive line and wrapped him first, let a couple more Owls help him out to bring him down.
Bring up a third down for Seymour, 3rd and 14. Third down for Jeffersonville, 3rd and 14 at the Seymour 39-yard line. Boy, this is where the Owls have to. If Jeffersonville is going to go for it at the Seymour 48, they're more than likely going to go for it on fourth down here. So it's 4-down territory, but still can't give up a chunk of yardage. Back to throw is Bachman, straight back to throw. He's going to be forced out. Now he's going to roll. He's going to tuck it and run, and he gets hit out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Again, the pressure over there by the Owls was Noah Bartell as he forced him out of the pocket. And then eventually Bachman is pushed out of bounds, and they're going to say at the 36, a pickup of 3. And that'll bring up a 4th and 11 for Jeffersonville at the 36-yard line.
That was also nice coverage by Cooper Smith. They tried the curl route again for McBroom again, and tried to stop route and then go, and Cooper Smith read it, preventing from the deep ball. So nice, better coverage that time on that third down play.
This time the Red Devils put 2 receivers to the near side. Bachman comes to the sideline. Almost looked like Rice was going to take and now the Red Devils are going to take a timeout because the play clock was down to 1. So a 4th down play coming up here in just a moment. Back in 30, you're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Well, now the Red Devils have decided to punt the football as they brought their punter in, Max Scootover. So his goal is just to try to pooch it inside the 15-10-yard line. The Owls have two returners back at the 5. And here's Schoonover, and he does get a high kick. Boy, if that's down, that's a beauty. That's going to land at the 5, but it takes a Seymour bounce up to about the 8-yard line. That's still a great punt. Boy, he put that one high into the air. It landed about the 5-yard line, and it took a Seymour bounce in a sense back the other way. But I guess essentially that was more of a Jeffersonville bounce because he kept it inside the 10-yard line. And the Owls will take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. So
ended up being a 28-yard punt, but ended up inside the 10. So don't care about the yardage on those kind of punts. You're trying to pin him down. Exactly what the punter did.
Exactly what he did. You're right. So the Owls get their second possession, 5:47 to play first quarter. No score, and they are pinned back around at their own 8-yard line. They'll come into the wing T formation. Coates under center. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it right up the middle to Brody Bowles, I'm sorry. And Bowles gets 4 yards, we'll give him. 2nd down and 6. Then they put Jackson and Hawkins at the slots and Brody Bowles at the fullback position. And he fights forward across the 10 up to the 12-yard line, 2nd down and 6. Again, Jackson and Hawkins are the wideouts. Fox lines up as the tight end. This time, Coach goes in the shotgun.
Looks like a pistol because they're running back behind him.
Hawkins gets the hand on the sweep, tries to cut it up, and he lost his foot. Looked like he got tripped. He had an opening momentarily, and it looked like he tried to make another cut, maybe just kind of lost his footing on the turf. He will get back to the line of scrimmage, actually probably lose a yard. I'll mark it down at the 11. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Owls. Boy, he had an opportunity to bounce down. It had a hole. I don't know whether he tripped over a foot or whether he just misstepped on the turf and came down, but went down after he tried to bounce it to that open hole.
Yeah, also had a blocker. The left guard, Blaine Shaybrook, also was in front of him, pulling from the left side to right side. So to lead blocker could have been a big gain.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Coach back to throw, throws the screen pass. It's complete to Bruce up to the 20. He's got the 1st down. Actually, it's not Bruce. It's Jackson Fox. Charlie Bruce is 21. Jackson Fox is 12.
Charlie Bruce did on that left side have a good block as well.
Jackson Fox is the one who caught it, and that's a 1st down up to the 22-yard line. Needed 7, got 11. So a nice screen pass that time, and you're right. Charlie Bruce did have a nice block. So Charlie's 21, Jackson's 12.
Good luck with that all year.
It won't be the last time I mess that one up. This time, two running backs sandwiching Coates. He's going to hand to Hawkins. Left side's got room, 30, 35. He's into the secondary at the 50. He's to the 40. He's got one man to beat. 20, 15, 10, 5. That's a touchdown, Trayshawn Hawkins. That is a 78-yard run. He broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, broke 2 tackles at the line of scrimmage. And once he did that, he was in the open. There was a second safety that had a chance to get him, but Hawkins just simply outran him, and he goes into the end zone, 78 yards, and Seymour's on the board first with a 78-yard touchdown by Trayshawn Hawkins.
Again, give credit to Charlie Bruce on the left side. Although Trayshawn Hawkins did have 2 broken tackles, but Charlie Bruce also had another outstanding block on that corner on the left side of the field. Got him blocked. Trayshawn Hawkins did the rest of the work with a long touchdown run. Seymour up early.
Adrian Medina for the extra point. Aaron Holt will hold it. Jacob Dow will snap it. And Jeffersonville's going to jump offside. Well, the Owls go for 2. And it looks like they're coming out, and they're going to bring the offense back out. We saw this against Greenwood where the Woodman jumped off sides. The Owls decided to go for 2, and they got it. I'm going to be devil's advocate. We saw it 2 or 3 times last year when this happened, and they didn't make it. So we'll see. They'll move the ball up to the 1.5-yard line, and the Owls will come up. Coates under center. He's got Bowles directly behind him, double slots. Max takes the snap, hands to Hawkins, and he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he will come up with a 2-point conversion, no good. So on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard, 3:43 to play first quarter. It's Seymour 6, Jeffersonville nothing. Back with the Owls kickoff. You're listening to Seymour Football.
By day, I am your average teenager. But when sugar strikes, I become the Flossinator. That's me, and I am armed with minty floss and lightning-fast brushing skills, and I battle the villains of bad breath and gingivitis, keeping your smile selfie-ready all summer long. Join me, the Flossinator, and the Summer Smile Squad at Jackson County Dental in Seymour with my team of doctors, Drs. Pierce, Coomer, and Gardner. Checkups, cleanings, and superhero-level care await. Jackson County Dental, your super smile starts here.
So the Owls,
they went 4 plays, 92 yards in about 3.5 minutes. Looked like they were going to have another 3 and out on 3rd and 7, but nice job by Max and Jackson getting 11 on 3rd down the very next play. Trayshawn Hawkins with a 78-yard touchdown run. So they went 4 plays, 92 yards, 78 of them from that one play. Took about 3.5, 4 minutes off the time, and they get up to an early 6-0 lead here in the first quarter.
Adrian Medina has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep for the Red Devils is Nation McBroom and Isamu Rice. As Medina has it teed up at the 40. And he will boot it away. It's a short kick that will go way out of bounds.
Caught by one of the chain gang members.
Had the chain gang member not caught it, it would have probably landed on the track. So that, whatever the plan was not performed successfully. And Jeffersonville
40
will start at the 40 or 35. I'm always confused in high school if it's the 40 or the 35.
I know the NFL and possibly college start at the 40, 35 here.
So they're going to start at the 35. So Jeffersonville will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line, as they will line up with 2 receivers to the left and 2 slots behind quarterback Braden Bachman. Owls in a 3-4 defense or 4-3 defensive front. Brockman hands to Rice right up the middle. He's got a good yardage on 1st down, up across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Pickup of, we'll call it 8, maybe even giving 9. Yeah, they're going to put the nose of the ball in the 44. So we'll give him 9 yards. 2nd down and 1. Ran that ball right up the middle, right between the big center and guard. Jeffersonville notoriously very strong and big up front. No different this year. Again, Bachman will hand to Williams. He gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, but he had enough momentum to get across the 45 for the 1st down. Boy, the Owls hitting. That was Riley.
Brody Bowles was
and Brody Bowles was there as well.
Picked Owls. It was actually Nolan Bartels also helped Bowles hit him right in the line of scrimmage. But like you said, Williams had enough momentum, enough strength to power through it and get the 1st down for the Red Devils.
Ball at the 46. Bachman with Williams and Rice to either side of him. Bachman takes the snap, and he almost lost it again. He's going to get hit, and he's going to go down behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, he's having all kind of difficulties catching the ball. That's the 3rd time now he's had some problems. He didn't actually lose that one, but it completely it messed up the play, and the Owls were able to get the quarterback sack back at the 39-yard line, a loss of 7 on the play. Who got the sack there, Lane?
Aaron Holt will be credited for the sack. Jacob Dow was the first one in there. Could have wrapped him up, but I think it forced him a couple yards further back for Aaron Holt to eventually get the sack with the help of Brody Bowles also cleaning it up, helping Aaron.
By the way, our sound engineer, Justin Blumenberg, checking in, says we both sound good tonight. Oh, appreciate you, Justin. Rice hands the ball, gets the ball, and he's going to get hit right at the line of scrimmage. He will get across the 40-yard line. Pickup of about, we'll give him 2. But a nice job by the Owls defense, and they're going to force a 3rd and long, 3rd and 17 at their own 40-yard line.
Once again, it was Blake Stainbrook getting through the offensive line, getting around him and hitting Rice right at the yard of scrimmage, only letting him get 1 yard.
Third down and long at the 40. They're going to run it left side. Rice tries to get to the outside. He gets hit and goes down. That was Dow, and then it was also...
It was actually Nehemiah
Jones who got him, and then Dow finished him off. That's a loss of 3 on the play, and back at the 37, and the Owls will force a punt. Nice job that time. They just simply tried to keep it on the ground and let Rice use his speed, and simply the Owls were not able to, or were able to hit him down, and into punt comes Max Schoonover. Back deep is Holt. Well, nice job by the Owl defense that time.
Yeah, very nice job by Nehemiah Jones. He was the nickel corner there on the right side. He read it, didn't get touched either, went right through the line of scrimmage and got it.
High snap. Schoonover pulls it down. It's a low kick this time that lands and takes a big-time Jeffersonville bounce. That's going to roll all the way inside the 20. Wow. That ball hit the turf about the 40-yard line, and it rolled almost 30 yards. It was a line drive punt, and it just had that enough rotation. When it hit the turf, it just kept going Jeffersonville's way. It ends up down to the 8-yard line.
It's a 56-yard punt, but 32 of them were on the bounce in the big hop.
2 different type of punts, a short punt and a high hanging punt, but they both end up at the 8-yard line where Seymour will start. The last time the Owls started at their own 8s, they scored. Of course, it was a 78-yard touchdown run by Hawkins, but again, the Owls have it 1st and 10. They'll line up in the wing T formation. Coates under center, hands to Hawkins. Trayshawn not going to go anywhere this time. He's going to get stacked up by about 6 red jerseys. They'll give him the line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up a 2nd down, and that could be the last play of the first quarter, and it's going to be. Coach ran going to the sideline, so the Owls are going to let the quarter run out. 1 quarter in the books here from Jeffersonville on a 78-yard touchdown run by Trayshawn Hawkins. It's Seymour 6, Jeffersonville nothing on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. You're listening to Seymour Football.
New Legacy Wealth Management understands the significance of financial planning and the impact it has on your future. Our location in Seymour, New Legacy Wealth Management, makes it easy to navigate your needs. Hi, I'm Matt DeSablon, and together we can personalize financial strategies, helping you with retirement, education, savings, and investment growth. Working with a professional not only ensures you're making informed decisions, peace of mind knowing your financial future is secure. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy Wealth Management. To start building your legacy today, call us at 812-271-2000.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Saturday nights in Seymour. Come alive at Jackson Live and Event Center. Each week, a great show filled with country music you love. Located in Freeman Field, the beautifully designed Jackson Live will transport you to the sounds of Nashville with new guests each week and national concerts monthly. Food is available, family atmosphere, and amazing country music. For tickets and more, visit JacksonLiveandEvents.com or on Facebook at Jackson Live. Book your tickets today for a great show, Jackson Live and Event Center in Seymour.
Back here at Jeffersonville, as we begin second quarter play, as the Owls have a 6-0 lead over the Red Devils, they'll have a 2nd and 10 from their own 8, going from right to left.
Max Coates this time will line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end to the right. Fox goes in motion. The screen pass is way over the head of Alex Milliken. Fox was coming out to block, but the pass sailed high and over the head of Milliken, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Owls at their own 8-yard line. Ty's McCondishi was the defender on the play. Ball on the left hash, 3rd down and 10. Coates in the shotgun this time. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's got Hawkins lined up to his right.
Looks like Jeffersonville may bring some pressure.
Back to throw is Coates. Looks like he wants to set up the screen. He does so to Hawkins. He's got something. 15. 1st down to the 20. Up to the 20. He lost the football, and Jeffersonville recovers. Somebody hit him about the 25. Hawkins coughs up the ball. And Jeffersonville recovers at the Seymour 30, at the Seymour 27-yard line. So
Trey Martin, a 6 foot, 175-pound senior safety, was the one who hit it. Carrie Thompson, a linebacker, 5'11", 185-pound senior, was the one to recover it. But it was a very nicely planned play. Trayshawn Hawkins had a lot of room, had Blake Steinberg as a blocker, another one in front of him. So it was just a very hard hit from Martin. Popped it loose, and Jeffersonville was alert enough to recover the ball, and they'll have great starting position here.
So let's see if the Owls defense can be a backstop here as the Red Devils take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Game like this, turnover is going to be a huge difference, and you certainly hope that it doesn't cost the Owls here. Bachman in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. Actually, it was Rice in the Wildcat formation, and Rice brings it right across to the 25 down to the 23-yard line. So Benji Rice was the quarterback in the Wildcat, and he's going to stay out there in that formation. So Benji Rice as the quarterback. He's got D.D. Williams to his left, 2 receivers to the left. Rice. And now we got a flag and a false starts on the Red Devils, and that'll cost them the 5 yards they picked up on first down. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
It's already their 3rd penalty of the game, and we're only not even a minute into the second quarter.
Make a wish. It's 11:11 to go here in the second quarter. If my daughter is listening, she would appreciate that. 11:11 on the clock. You always make a wish, right, Avery? 2nd down and 10
Always.
At the 27. Rice gets it to Williams this time. Up the middle, 20, 15, down inside the 10 and at the 8-yard line. And that'll be a 1st and goal for the Red Devils. That time, kind of the read option. And now the Red Devils are going to do the hurry up as they get to the line of scrimmage, trying to get Seymour off guard. Rice directing some traffic.
It's a 19-yard run by Williams.
Same possession, same formation. Takes the snap. Hands to Williams. Gets it around the right side. Pulls his way up into the end zone. Did he get in?
No, I say down a half-yard line.
And they're going to say he was just short, but there's a flag down right in the middle of the field. There's a flag down right in the middle of the field. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul, face mask on the Owls. So that'll be, if they accept the penalty, will be half the distance and a 1st down. I don't know why they wouldn't accept it. Because you accept it, it'll stay 1st down, and you're going to get down to about the 5, whereas if you don't accept it, you have 2nd and goal at the 1. So I guess either way, they're not going to accept it. They'll keep the play. It's 2nd down right at the half-yard line. Rice, who came in on this possession and the Wildcat formation, trying to take advantage of the fumble. And now we got some confusion. The play clock, so they're trying to get the play clock reset.
There we go.
And there we got the play clock resets. Rice in the shotgun at the 1-yard line. He takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. He leaps over the pile into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Red Devils take advantage of the turnover, and they score and even it up and an extra point away from tying the ball game, or from taking the lead. Coach Moore and we talked to the coaches show last night. He said one of the big keys was turnovers. In a game like this, you cannot turn the ball over and give short field position to your opponent, especially a team that is begging for momentum, and that exactly is what the Owls did. Max Schoonover will attempt the extra point. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away, and the kick is no good, wide to the left. So that's a break. The extra point is no good, and we are even. 10:27 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. Second quarter, Seymour 6, Jeffersonville 6. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Many people do not know that our eyes tell a lot about our health. That is why at Connor Smith Eye Center, Dr. Smith, Lambring, and Brooks believe it is very important to have a complete eye exam once a year. If you are diabetic, you are more likely to develop retinal damage to the eye. With a regular eye exam, your eye doctor can monitor the symptoms leading to this problem. Do not wait until it's too late. Visit their website at connorsmitheyecenter.com for more information, or call for an appointment today. 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Back here at Jeffersonville, where Jeffersonville just went 4 plays and 27 yards, and 4 plays took 1 minute and 17 seconds off the clock, capped off by a 1-yard rush by Benji Rice, obviously getting that good to starting position after the Seymour fumble. See if Seymour can get something going. They've had, besides that first 3 and out and that fumble right there last possession, their second drive was a really good drive, and that screen pass on 3rd down, or last drive, would have been a first down if Hawkins didn't cough it up. So definitely looking better the past 2 drives than what they did in the first drive here tonight.
Max Schoonover has it teed up at the 40-yard line. It's Everett Jackson and Aaron Holt back deep for the Owls as they stand at the 10-yard line. The Owls went for 2, didn't get it. Jeffersonville missed the extra point off each touchdown, and we are tied at 6 here early in the second quarter. As Schoonover tees it up at the 40, then he walks all the way back to the 30-yard line, gets a good 10-yard running start. Signal is on, and here he comes to put the ball into play, and it's a line drive that'll be taken on the bounce by Holtz at the 5, and he's going to get it up to the 10 and fight his way forward across the 10 to the 12-yard line. That ball hit in front of him, and it took a sideward bounce, and Aaron had to go pick it up at the 3-yard line, and he was kind of doomed from the get-go on that. So the Owls again will start deep in their own territory. Boy, they have 3 possessions, and they've started at their own 25, their own 8, and now their own 13. So they have definitely been behind the 8 ball on all 4 of their drives. See what they can do on number 4 as coach comes up behind center in the wing T formation. In motion is Hawkins, or Jackson. They'll give it to him. He cuts it up the middle. And he gets, we'll call a yard as he gets tripped up. Yep, they're going to mark him his knee down at the 14, so give him a yard. Everett Jackson, a 5'10 sophomore, 2nd down and 9. In the formation where coach is under center, Jackson and Hawkins are the wing backs. Jordan Fox lines up as a tight end to the left, and Rhodes underneath. Here's a double handoff. It's Jackson, 20, 25, first down. Boy, we saw that play work a couple times on last Friday, and it works again. A double handoff from Hawkins to Jackson. He gains 11, and that's a first down up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was a play where Jackson had his long rush last weekend against Greenwood, was about 75 yards last weekend. So definitely something to keep in mind that could possibly work here in tonight's game.
First down. Again, the handoff right up the middle.
Brody Bowles had that one.
Brody Bowles on the carry.
Coach in a pistol formation.
Gets it up to the 31-yard line, a 6-yard possession, or 6-yard gain for Brody Bowles. Second down and 4 for the Owls. Across the 30 at the 31. Milliken lines up to the left. Wing T formation. Coates under center. He's going to hand. He's going to keep it. He rolls out, throws it across the middle, and he throws it behind Fox. Boy, he had Jackson wide open right in the middle of the field, and Max just simply threw it behind him.
Yeah, it was a tough throw by Max. Trey Martin was pressuring Max really hard, had to throw across his body, threw it behind Jackson. So definitely a difficult throw to make, especially with pressure thrown across his body.
So it's incomplete, stops the clock at 8:20. Actually, the clock is moving. I'm not sure. There we go, 8:27. Third down and 4 at the 31. Again, shotgun formation this time for Coach. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Double slots. The snap, the hand to Hawkins, tries to bounce it out to the right side, and he's going to have nowhere to go. He actually fought his way forward for a couple. He got 2 out of what should have probably was going to be nothing. Put it up to the 32-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down and 3 for the Owls, and the punt for team will come in, and Aaron Holt
Yeah. Fraser Hawkins, the hardest 1-yard run he'll ever get this year. That was 3-4 Red Devils got to him about 3 or 4 yards back behind line of scrimmage, like you said. Find a way to avoid him, somehow get 1 yard, but it is 4th down. Seymour will have to punt.
Holt in the punt formation. Takes the snap. Gets the punt away. It's a high kick, a nice kick this time that'll drive the returner back inside the 30. He's got some room, 40. Up to midfield, 40. Seymour, 30. Down the sideline to the 20. Inside the 10 and all the way down to the 8-yard line, but a flag is down back at the 50.
Yeah, there's a flag down at the 49, and the referee behind the play is calling for the head judge referee to come back. I think this one might be coming back.
It's going to come back. The Red Devils are going to be called for a penalty. The penalty is all the way back at the 49, and they're already bringing the ball back. So that was a huge return by the Red Devils, Nation McBroom, but it's all for naught as that flag at the 49-yard line. Let's see what the signal is. Could be a block in the back or a hold, I would suspect. Boy, that punt return, though, opened up big time. He had a lot of room to run on this left side, on the right side.
Would have been about a 50, 55-yard return, but it's coming back.
An illegal block in the back on the Red Devils. And what the Red Devils were about ready to be set up 1st and 10 at the Seymour 8. They're going to be set up 1st and 10 now at their own 32. Wow. They're taking that off. Where are they taking that ball?
It looks like where he caught it from, plus 10 yards. They're taking it back all the way to the 17. Wow. He caught it about the 27. That's what the Jeffersonville coach is asking the side referee, like, what are they doing? They did 10 yards from where he caught the ball.
That's exactly what they did. They marked that back 10 yards from where he caught the ball.
I've never seen
that before. The flag was at the midfield mark.
Wow.
I don't understand that at all. Somebody's going to explain that one to me. Wow. First play from scrimmage, it's a sweep and a nice job by the Owls defense as it's Isamu Rice on the carry as he came from the slot, and it was a jet sweep. Tried to utilize his speed around right in. He does pick up 4. We'll give him 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6. Boy, I've never seen that. We'll actually give him 5 as the Red Devils go to the hurry up. Benji Rice, by the way, remains as the quarterback.
Yeah, the starting quarterback's on the sideline right now.
And the handoff is to Williams. He's got room, 35, up to the 40, 45, and all the way up to midfield. D.D. Williams broke it on the right side and gets up to the 48-yard line. And the Red Devils have a 1st and 10. That's a 25-yard gain that time for D.D. Williams. And the Red Devils back up to their own 47, 1st and 10. Well,
he also had a great block from Keegan Campbell, a 6'1", 315-pound sophomore. Brought from the left side to the right side, had a great block for him for that big run.
Rice over to get the signal from the play caller. Yeah, Bachman on the side, well, he bobbled 3 or 4 snaps, so decided to go this route. Now Rice will keep it himself right up the middle across midfield, fights his way forward down to the 47-yard line. Pick up, we'll give him 5 on the play. We'll mark him down at the 48-yard line, Seymour 48-yard line. Pick up a 5, 2nd down and 5. Clock moving with 6 minutes to play, 2nd quarter, game tied at 6.
If you're Seymour, you're not expecting a pass either. Benji Rice is running back with another running back in the backfield. You got to bring maybe some little more pressure.
Rice will give it to Williams, and this time the Owls do, and that linebacker that jumped in there, who was that? I think that might have been Steinbrook.
Alexis Cisneros.
He
was the first 51. One in there.
Jumped in there, got in there right, brought him down right at the line of scrimmage. So nice play by Alexis, 3rd down and 5. You're right. We'll see if Rice can throw it or not. I mean, he's a running back by trade.
Ever since he's came in, it's been run only.
Well, that's all they've had to do. He's picked up a lot of yards. This time he's going to sprint out to the left side, and he cuts it back in. He's going to be short of the 1st down. He's going to fall forward up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a yard on the play. It'll bring up a 4th and 4 now for the Red Devils.
Yeah, another nice job by Nehemiah Jones setting the corner, making him cut back inside, and Braden Riley was a linebacker that hit him after he cut in. So Nehemiah Jones and Braden Riley both combining For that tackle, it looks like Jeffersonville bringing out their punt formation once again.
Yep, Red Devils going to bring out Schooner to punt. If you're Seymour, you have to make sure you're disciplined. A penalty would give the Red Devils first down. They might try to do a hard count early to draw the Owls off sides. Aaron Holt is back inside the Seymour 15-yard line. And now a whistle, and the Red Devils are going to take a timeout. 4:30 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. Seymour 6, Jeffersonville 6. Back in a moment, you're listening to Seymour Football.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
Along with Lance Hubbard, Jay Hubbard from Jeffersonville, where the Owls and the Red Devils hooked up 6-6 and a 4th down, and Jeffersonville lined up in punt formation. Max Schoonover in there. There's the snap. He gets it away, and it's a low kick that will bounce at the 15 and go out of bounds.
Seymour got some pressure.
Seymour got some pressure.
To block it.
That was Jackson Fox, who just about got it. He was flying in there and maybe just was a half a second short of getting his hand on it. But
yeah, Jacob Dow and Brody Sawyer were also two other guys who was in there who all three almost looks like had a shot to block it, but nice job by Schoonover.
Not only that, but he punted it to the side, no return, and it goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 11-yard line. So again, the Owls start deep in their own territory, which is nothing uncommon. The Owls have started inside.
Their first drive
was only because it was a touchback.
Started at the 20. The other drive started at their own 8, their own 13, and now their own 12.
So they have definitely been behind the 8 ball, and their own score was that 78-yard run by Hawkins.
92-yard drive, too.
As Coates under center. Go to hand to Bowles right up the middle. He's got room across the 25 and all the way up to the 29-yard line. And you're right, it's Maddox Wallace who was in there that time at the fullback position. And Maddox carries it all the way up to the 27-yard line, a pickup of 15. Nice play there, first down for the Owls with 4 minutes to play.
Yeah.
And Wallace now goes out limping as well, as back into the game comes Jackson Fox.
Something about Maddox Wallace, watching him play basketball, too. Once he gets a full head of steam, he's going to go for quite a bit, too.
This time, Jackson and Hawkins line up at the slots. Brody Bowles back in at the fullback. Coates under center. It's going to roll out to the left. Looks to run. Going to get hit. It's going to go down back behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know if that was a design run. It looked like it was going to be a design run around right end, and simply he could not get to the corner. Red Devils were able to chop it off and stop Max all the way back to the 22-yard line. That's a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 16 for the Owls. Clock moving with 3:18 to play here in the second quarter.
Burton Braxton, who's listed as a tight end on the roster, was on the defensive end that time. He got broke through the offensive line and got the big-time sack for 7 yards.
Owls this time going to go back to their wide set. They're going to send Bruce, Wallace, and Fox to the left. Milligan to the right. Back to throw. Another screen. Hawkins has a lot of room. 30, 35. Cuts it back in at the 40. Up to the 45-yard line. What a nice play call. They put 3 receivers out to the left. Max kind of rolled that way. The entire defense went that way, and he threw it back across the field to Hawkins, who was set up under the screen. Gains 23 yards up to the 45. A great play call, and that'll give the Owls a first down at the 45. That was a good play call right there. Well designed and well executed.
Great play call. Exactly what you said. Have 3 receivers out to the left. Great play call on the screen right. Wide open green turf. Diego Aguilar and Evan Von Haney was also 2 offensive linemen who was running with them, too, down close to the 35, 40-yard line was the lead blockers.
This time, 2 receivers go to either side. Fox comes in motion from left to right. And back to throw is Coates. He completes it to Jackson, and the pass is caught. Short gain, a pickup of 4. I'll tell you what, Jackson's got to be careful. he had started upfield. They didn't throw the flag on him, but that looked like an arena league football right there. He went in motion, and he actually took 2 steps forward. The guy didn't throw the flag, and actually the Jeffersonville coaches are talking to that official down there saying, and even motion said he took 2 steps up the field, which he did. But it's a short pickup of 3, second down and 7. Clock moving inside 2 minutes. Coates rolls out to the right. He's got some time. Now he steps up. Now he's got some pressure. Now he's going to release, and he throws it out of bounds. Pass was actually intercepted, but out of bounds. So bring up a 3rd down. That time Max he had a lot of protection. Nice job by the offensive line, and simply had nobody open. And then finally the pressure got to him, and he kind of tossed it up into the air, and pass was picked off, but clearly out of bounds was the defender. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for Seymour at their own 48-yard line. Clock stops now with 1:37 to play, second quarter. Game tied at 6. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. In the shotgun. Back to throw his Coates. Looks, steps up, flag on the play, passes complete. It's going to be a 1st down for Jackson, but that's going to come back. That's going to be a hold on the Owls. That was thrown right in the center of the pile, and indeed it is a holding call on Seymour. It nullifies what would have been a roughly 20-yard, 17-yard gain. But the Owls going to be called for a holding, and that'll bring the ball back 10 yards and it'll remain 3rd down and make it 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's also tough when you're blocking a defensive tackle. Malcolm Monty, 6 foot, 305-pound sophomore at that nose tackle. So
and he is every bit that, too.
Yes, he is.
He is every bit that.
I've already mentioned, too, that he's a sophomore and he's 305 pounds on the defensive line. They have another sophomore, 315 pounds on the offensive guard. So, like you said before the game started, Jeffersonville has some big guys up front in the front 7.
Back to throw his Coach. Wants to set up the screen. Hawkins has it. This time the Red Devils read it nicely. Trayshawn still fights his way forward. He's actually going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Pickup of 7. They actually had him pinned right at the 38-yard line, but he was able to fight his way forward to the 45. And now with the play clock at 35 and the play clock, the game clock at 1 minute, I can see Coach Moore taking this all the way down, calling timeout, and then making a decision on what he wants to do. Red Devils have 1 timeout. They've used 2 timeouts. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He is standing right by the official. So he's going to let the play clock go all the way down to 1. And then I think he'll make a decision. Does he go for it on 4th and 10 at the 45, or does he punt it away and just try to concede and say, let's go into the locker room tied at 6?
Seems confirmation, but it's too late. Like you said, down to 1. Coach Moore calls the timeout.
Yeah, well,
about 28 seconds left.
He went up to the official right away and was standing right next to him. So there was no doubt he was going to call timeout. So we'll step aside for 30 seconds. Back to see what the Owls do on 4th down in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
27 seconds left to play, and Aaron Holt comes in, so the Owls are going to punt it away.
See what they do. They like to roll Aaron Holt on the right side and let him boot. I wouldn't be surprised they kick it towards the sideline, prevent a return.
That's the way he punts it, and they do have a play call where he will pull it in and run it if he sees opening. So,
especially with McBroom with that big return that got called back for a legal block in the back, so maybe you want to prevent him from getting good starting field position for Jeffersonville.
Now, Aaron back deep. There's the snap. It's a good one. He gets it away. It's a high kick. McBroom will catch it at the 21. And he's going to get up to the 25, the 30, up to the 40, breaks a tackle 45. Down the sideline he goes, and he steps out of bounds.
No flags this time.
And they're going to mark him out of bounds. Where are they going to say he stepped out at? 40. Actually, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds all the way back at the 49. So
49.
Thought maybe he got it inside the 40. So the Red Devils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line with 13 seconds to play.
Ended up being a 28-yard return, which looks like a little bit more. Looked like he was high stepping all the way, like you said, inside the 40, close to the 30, but he did step out a little bit. They're on the far side of the end of the field on the Seymour side. So see what Jeffersonville was out.
Red Devils get the ball first to start the second half, so I would imagine they're just going to take a knee. They might let Rice try to run it up the middle, and if he breaks one, great.
Him or D.D. Williams.
Or either that, yeah. So Rice in the shotgun with Williams, and he will give it to Williams. Banks bounces it to the left side and will actually get out of bounds at the 43-yard line with 5 seconds to play. And now the clock continues to move. It actually goes down to 0, but he actually got out of bounds, and we'll see how much they put back on the clock. I should be about,
like he's saying, about
8 seconds.
Wonder if they do that again. It looks like Max Schoonover has already proven with his punts and his touchback on the opening kickoff. He does have a decently strong leg.
Oh, he can't kick it from here.
I know I'm saying he's warming up on the right side. Maybe if they run that play again, they do still have, one time out, Jeffersonville? They haven't used it yet. Maybe they run that play again, 8 seconds, still got enough time. He's warming up down there on Jeffersonville sideline, so I'm wondering if, like I said, they can try to play one more run play, try to get someone field range just to see if he can attempt it.
They're going to have to get the ball inside the 20, and if they're going to run the ball, they can't run it from there inside the 20 in less than 8 seconds, I don't think. They're going to have to, and now the Red Devils are going to take a timeout. So 8 seconds left to play. Is that 8 or is that?
Yeah,
8. 8 seconds left to play. The Red Devils have it at the 43-yard line, and one, maybe 2 more plays if they get out of bounds on a sweep or whatever they might. But the Owls just simply cannot. They got to tackle.
Yep.
They cannot miss tackles here. You got to be able to pull him down right away. So, hey, coming up at halftime, we'll have our Prosperity Financial halftime show. Tonight's fall sport is the boys tennis team, as we had a chance to talk with P.J. Stein earlier. Matter of fact, earlier today, we talked with P.J. about his squad. That conversation comes up at halftime. We'll give you the stats and quick synopsis of the scoring summary. Each team has got a touchdown on the board, 6-6. The Owls of the Red Devils.
Yeah, depending where this run goes, it won't hurt to have him attempt a long field goal, even if it comes up short. Probably be the last play of the half. He's down there warming up with the long snapper and the holder. So
ball resting at the 43-yard line. As Rice waits for him to put the ball in play. He's got Williams to his left. The snap, and he's actually going to throw it, going to launch it down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. The Owls had a chance to intercept it more so than the Red Devils had to catch it. And that leaves 2 seconds on the clock. So this will be the final play of the first half. And that was a sign right there that Benji Rice has not practiced passing the football.
Yeah, that was his first attempt throwing the ball. First attempt ever since he came in.
That might be his first attempt ever at throwing the ball.
And it was a wobbly throw. It did get down to the 20, but it was definitely a high throw. Allowed Seymour players to get there in time.
Now he's going to keep it, and if the Owls can get him, which they will, about the 25-yard line. Seymour was in a prevent defense, and finally they haul him down inside the 25. So a nice gain. But again, the Owls had a lot of white jerseys spread around, not hoping to give up the big play. And that is where the first half will end. So again, the Owls, a big 78-yard touchdown run by Trayshawn Hawkins. Unfortunately, it was a fumble that set Jeffersonville up in great field position, and they had the matching score. Neither team converted the conversion, and we stand tied at 6 here at halftime. As the two teams will make their way, it's a 20-minute halftime, so it's an extra long halftime show. We'll step aside before we go to our interview. We'll be back here at Jeffersonville in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website.
Halftime with Seymour in Jeffersonville tied up at 6. Getting set for a halftime presentation by the Jeffersonville High School marching band. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll be joined by Seymour tennis coach P.J. Stein. It's our Prosperity Financial Insurance halftime show. Seymour 6, Jeffersonville 6. We'll talk to you in a little bit here from Jeffersonville High School. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships, online at bobboyner.com.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Rooted in Jackson County, Prosperity Financial aims to provide exceptional service and guidance to all who come through our doors. Retirement planning, wealth management, college planning, life insurance, and Social Security analysis are just a few of the services we offer. Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and myself, Ryan Benter, are here to help. We're located at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or give us a call at 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA. This week, we're honored to have Robert Falcons, Assistant Commissioner, the IHSAA. One of his primary responsibilities is to direct the football championships. And Robert, thanks for taking time. Congratulations to everybody on a great first week last Friday.
Absolutely. It's always fun. People get excited about that first week of football, and to the credit of everyone around the state of Indiana, we had a great first week.
I think people would be curious, how many teams compete in football in our state?
We have 317 teams that compete in the tournament.
317 teams. How many kids?
Oh boy, we're about 18,000. I think that's the number, about 18,000. It's one of the larger sports that we have with respect to participation.
That's interesting. I'm not so sure nationwide that the numbers are going up. We're led to believe that numbers are leveling off or going down in football, so that's encouraging for the state of Indiana.
Absolutely. We a few years ago with the concussion and then COVID, we had a dip in participation that's come up. It's leveling off. It's getting back to where it was prior to those two instances. And our coaches are doing a great job. Kids are coming out. They're having fun. And of course, the play is so good now.
The play is so good, and the other thing that I think people have to understand and recognize is that it's one of the more galvanizing activities for a community and a school system is those Friday night lights types of situations where pregame, postgame, all the things that are going on. It's an event everywhere around the state.
Absolutely. I was at a game on Friday night. They've got the band going on. They got food trucks. There's barbecue. There's tailgating. You said it correctly. It is a community event. It's one that galvanizes the entire community on both sides, home and visitors, and it's a great way to start the school year.
I think in my conversations with Paul Condrey and others who are knowledgeable of high school football in our state, the consensus seems to be that this is in all six classes. There seems to be no clear-cut favorite going into the start, that it may be as wide open as we've seen in years.
Yes, sir. And again, that has a lot to do with how well our coaches prepare our kids, how they coach them and make them ready to play. Again, football is really, really good across all classes, across all locales, and everybody has a chance to win, which is the beautiful thing in Indiana.
Robert Falcons joining us. We're talking about high school football. All right, week number 2, all the coaches, all the experts tell you that the greatest amount of progress is from week 1 to week 2. And why do we think that is?
Well, because in that first week, we see a lot of jitters. At the game that I went to on Friday, they had 17 kids starting out of 22 positions that had never played a down of varsity football. So that learning curve was going to be pretty steep in that game, and you could see it. But between week 1 and week 2, coaches go back and address those issues that they saw in game 1, perfect them, and then that result during week 2. It's phenomenal change, and that's if you're a coach, you're happy with it. If you're a fan, you're happy. If you're a player, you're really, really satisfied that you can apply what you've been taught and learned and make some plays in the right times.
Week number 2, some great matchups across the state. I know you and the staff, your colleagues are out throughout the week. And we don't want to slight the other fall sports. It's a very busy time for everybody around the state in high school athletics.
Absolutely, and Friday is normally the day that all everything else is put on hold for football, and it garners a lot of attention. You got the band kid. It is a huge. You said it before. It's a huge community event, and everyone wants to participate. We put on a good show. The band does a great job. The cheerleaders are phenomenal. It is like you said. It's a great experience, and certainly one that people certainly enjoy.
Week number 2 of high school football coming up. Robert Falcons from the IHSAA. Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate the time. Be safe on the highways this weekend.
Yes, sir. You do the same. We'll see you out.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Rooted in Jackson County, Prosperity Financial aims to provide exceptional service and guidance to all who come through our doors. Retirement planning, wealth management, college planning, life insurance, and Social Security analysis are just a few of the services we offer. Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and myself, Ryan Benter, are here to help. We're located at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or give us a call at 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlInsuranceGroup.com.
Halftime here at Jeffersonville as the Owls take on the Red Devils. And our fall sports spotlight tonight is on the boys tennis team as we're spending some time talking with second-year head coach P.J. Stein, the tennis team a couple weeks into their season. First of all, P.J., second year, I'm sure probably a little, I don't want to say easier, but you maybe knew a little bit more what to expect this year as coach maybe than you did last year as far as how to prepare and what matches would be like.
Yeah, absolutely, Jay. I mean, it's always a learning process, whatever you're doing, and your first year of doing anything, you're going to have some bumps in the road. Lucky for me coming in last year, we had a great team, lots of seniors. And it's going to hurt when you lose that many seniors. We had 4 seniors, 3 of them played varsity consistently. And you look at what you got coming back and you think, okay, well, I can fill a couple of those holes, but you can't put a price tag on that senior leadership, and we're learning that. We've had a little bit of a rougher start than what we'd hoped, and it's really just lack of reps. We've got 3 guys that haven't had any real significant varsity time, and one that really just picked up a tennis racket this summer. And then our top JV guys, same way, new guy, never played tennis before. And so it's, the further we get into the season, the more practices, the more matches. We're seeing the improvement there. But that senior leadership were guys that had played 4 years, a little harder to replace than what I expected. So
you said that 3-2 with a match, and again, you're playing Brownstown. You had played them by the time this interview airs. You would have already played Brownstown. But at this juncture, 3-2, and I think all 3 wins were 3-2.
Yeah, and that kind of goes to what I was saying with the new guys and struggling to find our way a little bit. And we've had some different combinations with with our 2 doubles and rotating some guys in at 1 doubles or 3 singles. But we're the scores haven't quite shown what we've seen yet. But last night was good. We got our 2 doubles, got their first win of the year. So yeah, we've got some momentum going in. Playing, like you mentioned, Brownstown tonight. We're hoping that'll go our way, and we can get some momentum going into next week. We start out next week with Jeffersonville, so that'll be a tough match, and you'll probably see a lot of 3-2 matches, one way or the other this year, and that's okay. We're enjoying getting these guys the experience, and you can't fast forward that. So.
You mentioned you had some seniors you had to replace. You got 1 senior this year, Shun. Is it Takuchi?
Takuchi, yep.
Takuchi. He's been playing 1 doubles for you most of the year. I think you're going to give him a chance to play singles in a couple matches. He's what you call a true tennis player. That's what he does year-round. He just holds the racket.
That's right.
Spring, winter, and fall.
He works so hard. I'm so proud of him. He's a true leader. He's a guy that will sacrifice his own results for the team, and I lean on him a lot for advice because he's friends with all these guys and knows some insight on some other teams. And so, we talk a lot and about some different things, and a couple different times this year, we've talked about it, and he's he's willing to do that. Not many kids would. And yeah, like you mentioned, he works year round. He's always at Tipton Lakes, different clinics and tournaments. And yeah, he's my only true tennis guy, I think, at this point that works out at year round. These other guys play 2 and 3 sports, which we like, we encourage. Sure. But the reality is, when you're playing 3 sports, you're not touching a tennis racket more than 2 or 3 months a year. So Shun's been great, and we're real proud of him. So yeah.
You've kind of fluctuated a little bit. I know Braylon Busby's played a couple matches. Carter Stein, your son, has played a couple matches. Had a nice win against Waldron here recently. Played a really good match against a very good Jennings County player. Went 3 sets. Obviously those guys have some experience. I think Braylon played doubles for you last year, and Carter played singles for you. So despite not being seniors, those are the guys that you look at from a veteran as far as being able to count on as having varsity experience.
Absolutely. Yeah, Carter's a third-year varsity starter. And Busby was our 1 JV as a freshman, played 2 doubles with Du Bois last year. And Dane Thompson, he's only a sophomore, but played 3 singles last year and had a great year. So yeah, having those guys back and again, our top 4 guys they go back and forth. They compete. That one wins today and the other wins tomorrow when we play, and so that competition is good. And it doesn't make my job any easier sometimes when we flip flop and beat each other like we do, but it makes for good competition. And Shun's going to be hard to replace, the great doubles player and a leader like we talked about, but we know we'll have a lot of guys with a lot of experience coming back next year. So
one thing as a coach, and I've learned this too, is sometimes it's not just putting your best player at 1, best player at 2, best player at 3. You're trying to win 3 points, but then again, also you want to make sure that you have to play them enough for the tournament time. So it's trying to find players that might be better. I know I speak for this. My oldest son was a true doubles player. He struggled at singles, but doubles was his game. That's where, as a coach, you have to find out who can play doubles and who can play singles.
Absolutely. And, Shun is a fantastic player, and he's just by far and away our best doubles player. So he's probably kind of locked into that slot, but the rest of it is trying to find him a partner. We've got some options there, and we've moved some stuff around, to see what works. And of course, it's going to depend on who you're playing, and even when it makes sense one day, it doesn't always go like you thought. So, that's one of the bigger challenges. And some years things fall into place a little easier, and this one isn't that case. But that's part of it. So,
you're dealing with a couple guys, and this could be too, as far as who you have, a couple guys that are playing for the first time, and you're trying to get them acclimated to the sport. And tennis is one of those where some people will get it and some people just will struggle at it. And when you're dealing with kids that are playing for the first time, you have to do some things in practice to help them along. And that maybe sometimes is a little conflicting with the kids that have been there for a couple of years.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And it's just reps for these new guys. And they're probably tired of me saying it, but, the curve is sharp when you're starting out. You feel like you're so far below everybody else, but what you see is the more reps you get, the harder you work, you start making up ground really quick. Sure. And these guys, it's starting to click for them. And I give a lot of credit to my assistant coaches, Will Reinhardt and Ruben Cruzy. They've been fantastic. They work great with the kids, and we're making up some ground. Yeah.
Talked about conference and the tournament. You got your first conference match. Now, tennis, you still play a conference tournament, do you not?
We do, yeah.
And so when you're playing Jeffersonville on Tuesday and you play Jennings County Thursday, these are matches where you're kind of getting a feel on conference teams. Do you know what your lineup is for conference tournaments?
We have not set that yet, no.
You haven't set that? Okay.
Yeah.
But you're getting a chance to play some of these teams to where when you play them here in a couple weeks, it kind of gives you a feel on what to expect and where you need to go.
Yeah. For example, Jennings County last night, their coach, great guy, we talked, and they're kind of in the same boat. They're moving some stuff around. So it is good to see their players actually play, although they're kind of in the same boat we are and trying to figure some things out. They've got some new guys. And so, yeah, you get a little bit of feedback when you play those guys. We play most of those guys before the actual conference tournament. We don't play Floyd, but, It's all a process of getting that knowledge of what they've got, but you still don't really know what their lineup's going to be either. So
I have to ask you, and I'm going to give you a chance to talk. Sometimes as a coach, it's hard to talk about your son when you're coaching. Mm-hmm. And I know what a challenge it was for me as a broadcaster not to specify my son, and even for either one of them when they played sports, when I talk about him, you have to. How hard is it for you to know that Carter's playing, but yes, I've got to watch the other matches too and make sure everybody's taken care of?
Oh, absolutely. Coaching your son is not for the faint of heart. And as hard as it is on me, sometimes it's harder on them. And I've always said, I've coached my kids hard, probably to a fault, and probably slighted them. I'm never been the dad that batted his kid lead off and played shortstop, even if maybe he deserved it. But they've both. Hey, I'll say this: I've coached them all three in three different sports, and they're still playing all three. So I feel pretty good about that. Cash, my younger son, I'll speak on him real quick. Tore his ACL in basketball, and he was going to be a varsity player for us. So injuries are part of the game.
Sure.
You think you've got something figured out for next year, and then an injury like that hits you, and it hurts. But it's given experience to other guys. And then Carter, he just competes, man. I know the kids probably get tired of hearing me say the word compete, but the mental side of tennis is really underrated. And you've got to compete, whether it's a drill, whether it's a challenge match, or whether you're out there playing, a regular match, a conference match, a sectional match. You got to compete. And I don't really. You're right. You feel bad sometimes giving your kid credit, but Carter deserves a whole lot of credit. He competes probably harder than any kid I've ever coached.
I'm going to sit here and say that I can't wait to watch him come basketball season. Yeah. You get a chance to broadcast. I watched him play all during JV, and I've seen him play kind of in a limited role with the varsity baseball team, and I'm looking forward to being able to broadcast his games, because I will tell you may not be able to, but I will. He competes, one of the hardest workers I've seen. So
thank you, Jay.
I look forward to watching him. Obviously, as we wrap things up here, PJ, you've got matches coming up. Next home match is when? Offhand, do you know? I put you on the spot, I know.
Well, Tuesday we're at Jeffersonville.
You're at Jeff on Tuesday, I know. I didn't know about Thursday if you had a home match.
Thursday's away.
And are you still playing the tournaments, Silver Creek?
We're playing, next weekend is the Silver Creek. It's an individual invite.
Tournament, yes.
Which is fun for the kids.
I love those.
It's a little different wrinkle for them. We'll have to set our lineup early next week on that. But and then the following weekend, we're actually going to Evansville to play in a 4-team invite. It'll be a team invite.
Oh, that's cool.
We don't have another home match until September the 11th.
Okay.
So with lots
so
of.
That's a week from Thursday. A week from this next Thursday.
Lots of away matches coming up. Yep.
Okay. Well, that's really neat that you get to go to Evansville and play, and you're playing teams that you don't who they are, and that's just where you can work on your game and try to work on playing some teams that you don't know, because you may come across them in tournament time. You never know.
Never know. We're looking forward to that. Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun. PJ, I appreciate the time as always. Again, hopefully everything went well with Brownstown. Maybe if you can send me a score, we'll report here after the interview how you guys did against Brownstown. But appreciate it. Best of luck the rest of the year, and looking forward to reporting about you and watching you as your team competes.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls.
You bet. PJ Stein, head coach of the boys tennis team, and we'll look forward to seeing their results as the year continues. Back second half action from Jeffersonville in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Looking for stability in today's market? Lock in peace of mind with a fixed-rate mortgage from the People's Bank. Enjoy a great low rate that stays the same for the life of your loan. No surprises, no rising payments, just predictable monthly cost you can count on. Whether you're buying your first home, your forever home, or refinancing, our experienced lenders are here to help. Visit the People's Bank nearest you to learn more. The People's Bank, trusted guidance with hometown service. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And back here at Jeffersonville, where we are just about set for a second half action. My apologies there for a little confusion at halftime. We were planning on playing Coach Stein's interview first, and then if we had time, we were going to throw in the commissioner's report, and somehow we got the commissioner's report scheduled before Coach Stein. But we were able to work it out here, and glad to have PJ with us. We can tell you that the Seymour tennis team did beat Brownstown today 4-1. So congratulations to them as they completed a really good week with 3 wins on the season. So again, thanks to Coach Stein. Next week, by the way, we're going to be chatting girls cross country with Spencer Sudbury will be our guest as the Owls will take on Columbus East next Friday night at Bullitt Stadium. So we're set for action. The Owls will kick it off first, and we're tied at 6. Both teams, the Owls getting a 78-yard touchdown run from Trayshawn Hawkins. Benji Rice, a 1-yard touchdown run for Jeffersonville. The Red Devils took advantage of a Seymour fumble and had a short field to gain and get their touchdown with 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. And the Owls went for 2 after the Red Devils jumped off sides. The Red Devils missed the extra points.
Key thing is here, see what Jeffersonville does at the quarterback position, if they brings back Braden Bachman or keeps Benji Rice in there.
Bachman was warming up on the sideline, so we'll see. Here's a kick. It's a short kick, and this is a good return for the Red Devils. A lot of room for Nation around left side. He's into Seymour territory, and Medina finally brings him down. It was Adrian Medina who brought him down, and that was not Nation. That was Ty McCondishi. Ty McCondishi.
There's a flag down on the 35-yard line.
And there's another flag down.
I just now saw there's a flag down at Jeffersonville on 35-yard line, and they're asking for the referees to bring it back.
Wow. Another great return going to be nullified by the penalty.
Legal block in the back.
Now, are they going to mark it from where he caught the kickoff?
Nope, this time they're doing it from the...
There was a play in the first half where they literally marked a 10-yard penalty from where the Red Devils caught the punt when the penalty was up at midfield.
Nope, they're calling from the 36 back to the 26.
Which is that where the flag was at the 36.
Flag was down at the 35, 36-yard line.
So that's correct. I still don't know what they did in the first half.
Penalty call right there.
I don't know what they did in the first half, but anyway. So a break for the Owls. The Red Devils will start 1st and 10, and if you're wondering, Benji Rice is the quarterback. He will hand to Williams right up the middle. He gets it up to the 30-yard line. Pick up of about 4 on first down. Actually, that was not Williams. That was a new running back in there. I'll see if we can get who that is. Benji Rice, quick, he gives it off. This time Williams does get the carry, and he'll get it up to the 34, maybe the 35-yard line. Be about a yard short of the first down.
Was it 15?
I thought I saw 44, but maybe
there's a 44 on the field as a tight end.
Yeah, he didn't get. Maybe it was Williams who got the carry, and I just saw 44 getting up. So 3rd and short. Rice going to keep it himself. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, but I think he's going to bounce forward enough for the first down. And it is going to be a first down. He got hit right about the 35, needed to get to the 36, and he falls forward just across the 36-yard line. So that will be a first down for Jeffersonville. So first down, and the Red Devils go to the, again, hurrying up. No huddle here, 36-yard line. Rice going to hand to Williams. Bounces it to the right. Holt cannot get him down. He cuts it up to the 45. Stiffs arms a Seymour player into Seymour territory, down to the 30, inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. And that was simply D.D. Williams muscling his way over the Owl defenders. And a good run for him. What was that? Lance trying to figure it up here real quickly.
42-yard carry there by D.D. Williams.
42-yard run, and the Red Devils have it 1st and 10 at the Seymour 22.
They're still going quick.
Williams keeps it this time, bounces it to the left, gets it across the 20. Another flag comes down. And that's going to be a holding penalty on the Red Devils, and that'll push them back 10 yards. Well, they are kicking them. They are hurting themselves big time with penalties.
Sorry, 2 penalties in the first 96 seconds of the second half. Sorry, that's their 6th total penalty of the game.
And all of them seems like all of them been on after they've gotten big plays, some kind of a good return or a big run or something.
Punt return with that crazy penalty where he caught it, and then on that opening kickoff, another penalty, and right there, nice, decent run by Benji for about 6 or 7 yards. Once again, getting called back due to a holding.
Ball will be placed at the, looks like the 29. So after the run, it'll be 1st and we'll call it 1st and 17 for the Red Devils. Again, Benji Rice brought in midway through the second quarter. The starting running back is the quarterback. He's going to keep it right up the middle.
And Jacob Dow will bring him down, but not before he gets good yardage up almost to the original line of scrimmage. Going to mark him about a yard shy of the original start of the line of scrimmage. So bring up a 2nd and 11. And the Red Devils, again, not really in a hurry up, but they're going with a no huddle. They're looking at the sideline. They have sped up their play calling a little bit.
I see a lot of Seymour players, too, with hands on their hips, too. Definitely.
2nd and 11, Rice. This time he's going to hand to Williams. Bounces it to the right side. He's got a good cut back to the inside of the 15. And gang tackled, but he's going to be just shy of the first down, but a good carry of about 10 yards. We'll mark him a yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1 for Jeffersonville at we'll call it the 14-yard line. This time it is a new back. It's Isamu Rice in there with Benji Rice. And the Red Devils' right tackle started early.
Almost both running backs in the right and the tight end as well, too. I'm wondering if definitely missed call on the snap.
Another 5-yard penalty will move them back, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 6. So instead of having it 3rd and inches, it's now 3rd and 6 back at the 19-yard line. They have to get to the 13. So a big 3rd and 6 here. 9 minutes and the clock moving. 9 minutes just opening drive of the second half. Game tied at 6.
See if Seymour can get a big stop here on 3rd and 6.
Benji Rice looking to the sideline to get a play call. Takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. He gets hit and will be stopped short of the first down. And that again was Jacob Dow, who was the first man to hit him.
Yeah, Benji Rice and D. Williams, all game ever since he came, the quarterback are doing read option after read option after read option. That time Jacob Dow read it, sit on Benji Rice and line of scrimmage. Didn't get a couple yardage after contact, but Aaron Holt came to help Dow as well to clean it up to give him only a carry of about 2 there.
4th down, and we'll call it 4th and 4. 4th and 4 at the 17. They're going to go for it. Rice in the shotgun. Read option. Hands it to Williams. He is hit right at the marker. The Owls say he didn't get it. I don't think he did. If that far official marks it correctly, he did not make it, and it is going to be Seymour football.
Boy, what a tackle from Brody Sawyer. Wrapped him up around the legs, prevented him from getting the first down. Looks like a gain of about 3. Needed 4, got 3. What a big-time tackle. Big stop by Seymour. Big-time tackle from Brody Sawyer there.
So the Owls do the job and stop the Red Devils on downs. And will take over 1st and 10 and right on cue, right inside their own 15-yard lines where they've been starting the entire night. Nothing inside new. Their own 20-yard line.
Nothing new for the Owls.
So 1st and 10, but a big stop there by the Owls defense. And again, the penalties. The Red Devils has 3rd and inches, and a penalty cost them. Backs coach, hands right up the middle, nowhere to go for Brody Bowles. And he gets hit. Maybe give him a yard. We'll be generous and give him a yard up to the 14-yard line. 2nd down and 9. He got hit right about when he got the ball and was able to get forward momentum for the yard. So scoreboard says 2nd and 10. We're going to be generous and give him a yard up at the 14. Lane says that's very generous. As coach will come in, and the Owls have the wing tee. Bowles, Jackson, and Hawkins at the slot. Max under center. This time he's going to hand to Hawkins. Tries to go around left end. Finds some room. Gets across the 20. Up to about the 21-yard line. He kind of ducked underneath tackler and fought his way forward to the 21. A nice pickup of 6 yards. But it'll bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Owls at the 21-yard line. Actually, they mark it at the 20, but still about 3rd and 4. Looked like the Red Devils were going to pin him up, but he kind of then ducked under a player and found his way forward to the 20.
Yeah, good credit to this offensive line again. We mentioned them last week. This week, again, every time they're running the ball, they're bringing in the opposite guard or tackle to lead block. But that time it was Blaine State, Evan Von Haney. So offensive line doing a good job.
Hand off right up the middle and nowhere for Brody Bowles. Tried to bring him right up the middle, and he got hit by Trey Martin and Kieran Thompson. And he actually lost a couple yards, and it'll bring up a 4th down for Seymour back. And they'll put it down at the 19-yard line. So loss of a yard, 4th down, and the Owls will be forced to punt.
So, again, Aaron Holt asked to get a boot away as the Red Devils return man, Mason McBroom, standing just inside of the 50 on the Jeffersonville side. There's the snap. It's a good one. Holt gets the punt away. It's a high kick, but short. It will take a Seymour roll as it bounces into Jeffersonville territory. It'll roll all the way down to the 40-yard line so that they had a break in the sense of it landed about the Seymour 45 and then took an out roll down to the Jeffersonville 40. So
47-yard punt, 16 yards on the bounce and roll, but decent punt.
That
Aaron,
actually a very
coming
good
from
punt.
his own 19s where the ball snapped all the way down to the Jeffersonville's 40. So definitely a good job by Aaron Holt trying to flip the field possession. Like I said, Seymour had a great defensive stop, Brody Bowles on that fourth down, but nice job by Jeffersonville defense by getting the 3 and out, trying to get this offense back on the field, in which it's going to be a run heavy for the rest of the night if they're going to keep Benji Rice and D.B. Williams in the backfield.
Ball resting at the 40-yard line. 5:49 to play, third quarter. Game still tied at 6. Benji Rice, the quarterback, takes the snap, runs it right up the middle, and he's going to get it up to about the 42-yard line, a pickup of 2. 2nd and 8. What this does, though, what the Owls defense needs to do here is make stops on first down. Make stops on second down, force them into a 3rd and long. Obviously, we saw him try to throw a pass.
Did not
look very good. Now, he was trying to throw it deep. Now, he may be able to throw a screen pass better than he tried to throw the deep ball.
That's something you got to be careful for, but they haven't done that at all ever since Benji's came in.
You got to at least force him to do that. Right now, I mean, on 2nd and short, 3rd and short, they're either going to give it to Williams or Rice is going to keep it himself.
Yep, definitely holding only 2 runs.
Receivers to the left, and the pass right up the middle goes Williams, and he will fight across midfield up to the 49-yard line. He falls forward, and that's a first down carry of about 9 yards. We'll give him 8 on the play, but still a first down. Just across midfield with 5:05 to play.
Yeah, that's just a run where give the ball, go up the middle, and just plow through everybody. Go for about 2 or 3 more extra yards to get to the 50-yard line for a first down.
Clock moving as Rice lines up with Williams to his left. 2 receivers split to the right. This time, Rice is going to keep it, and he gets into the open 40. 1 man to beat. Can they force him to the outside? Milliken cannot, and Rice is going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. That's going to be a 50-yard touchdown run for Benji Rice. Milliken had a chance to get him about the 25, and he kind of made a juke step to the left, got out of the arm tackle, and took it into the end zone. And the Red Devils have the lead for the first time tonight on the 2nd touchdown run of the game by Benji Rice.
Yeah, it also looks like Cooper Smith had a chance to wrap him up about 5-6 yards away beyond the line of scrimmage, trying to force him back in. Benji once again made a nice little juke. Cooper couldn't wrap it up, had no hope coming from the linebackers, as they were thinking it was going to be run up the middle. And like you said, he made a nice juke move to get out of Milliken. And that was an athletic run by Benji Rice for 50 yards to give the Devils a lead.
Max Schoonauer in to attempt the extra point. He missed the first one wide to the left. We'll see what he does here with the Red Devils taking the lead for the first time tonight at 12-6. Schoonauer, a junior place kicker. Play clock as they get his notion there. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away. This looks good, and it is good. 4:36 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. It's Jeffersonville 13, Seymour 6. Back with the Red Devils kickoff in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Jeffersonville went 60 yards in 3 plays in a minute and 13 seconds, capped off by the 50-yard rushing touchdowns from Benji Rice, as the Devils take a 13-6 lead here late in the third quarter. I will say Benji Rice and D.D. Williams combined has 27 carries for 239 yards.
How many plays have they run total? They can't have more than 5 plays from anybody else.
They have obviously those 3 botched snaps by the quarterback. They had 1 other run by Asami Rice for 5 yards, and they have 3 passing completions.
Jeffersonville must have been called for an unsportsmanlike penalty on either the extra point or the touchdown, because they are kicking off from the 25-yard line. So that's a 15-yard penalty. So the Red Devils have it teed up at the 25. So the Owls with the return man, Jackson and Holt, standing at the 30-yard line. So chance here for Seymour to actually start a drive in a position more than inside their 20-yard line.
They ran about 35 plays. 25 of them have been a run from D.D. Williams or Benji Rice. So that's been all their offense so far tonight ever since Braden Bachman went out and they went to the 2 running back position in the backfield.
So there's the kick. It's an end-over-end kick to Jacksonville Field at the 20. Brings it up to the 25. To the 30, 35, 40. 45, cuts it in, and will go down at the 49-yard line. So the Owls indeed have good field position. And now the Red Devils are going to be called. I think there's going to be a penalty. This official back here threw a flag. Did he get Seymour or did he get Jeffersonville for extracurricular? There was some extracurricular activity back here. Who did he get? Did he get the Seymour player or did he get the Jeffersonville player?
I will say on that return, Jackson Fox had a great block on the edge, allow Everett Jackson to get around the Jeffersonville defenders and get more yardage on that return. Ended up getting 28 yards on the return, but it was a great block by Jackson Fox.
And let's see, they haven't signaled yet. It's a dead ball and sportsmanlike penalty against the Owls. That is not going to make Coach Moore happy. So that's going to take it back to the 34-yard line. So what would have been a 49, start at the 49. Seymour is going to start back at the 34-yard line. So cost him 15 yards. I didn't see, I saw the extracurricular. They were kind of jostling. And the thing was, where the play ended, they were almost at the 30-yard line, 20 yards downfield. And there was some shoving back and forth, and the official threw the flag and obviously thought Seymour and the culprit were the Owls. So a tough penalty there. In motion is Jackson. The hand, though, is to Hawkins right up the middle, and he's going to get about a yard.
Jeffersonville could have easily been called for another unsportsmanlike contact through a receiver down after the play, but referee is going in to talk to him about it.
A yard pickup for Hawkins. 2nd down and 9. As the Owls have it at their own 35-yard line. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Hawkins next to Coates, who's in the shotgun. Max gets the snap, straight back to throw. Wants to set up the screen. He gets pressure. Now he gets away. He's going to run it up the field, and he'll get it up to the 40-yard line. Scramble of about 5 there for Coates, and it'll bring up a manageable 3rd down for Seymour. 3rd and 5. I'll make it 3rd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Max. Felt the pressure. Both of the ends for Jeffersonville got around the tackles. Max did a nice job stepping up into the pocket, seeing so few extra yards he could have gained if he scrambled, and he did. And he got eventually forward to make it 3rd and manageable instead of trying to force something, make it 3rd and long, or taking a sack for being the 3rd and extra long. 3rd and manageable here at 3rd and 4.
Clock moving with 3:10 to play. 3rd quarter. The Red Devils in front 13-6. In the shotgun is Coach with Hawkins to his left. There's a snap. Back to throw. Sets it up. Passes complete to Fox. Jackson has a 1st down up around the 47-yard line. So pass completion from Max Coach to Jackson Fox. Pickup of 8 on the play and a 1st down for the Owls. So that's a big 1st down just to get some momentum offensively. They had really dating back to the first half, even, they had really kind of struggled their last 2 drives. And so that gives them a chance to get the 1st down up at the 48-yard line. This is about where they would have started had the penalty not occurred.
That was a nice route by Jackson Fox. Thought his zig route went in and then cut right back out. Also, defender, a nice little pitch and catch there from Max to Jackson for 8 yards for the first down.
Max in the shotgun. He's going to send Hawkins over to his right side. H back to the right as well. Hawkins gets the carry up the middle. Jukes his way across the 45, inside Jeffersonville territory, down to the 43. That's close to first down yardage. He's going to be about a half a yard short, but a nice pickup of 9 on first down. And they gave him the first down. So a 10-yard pickup for Hawkins. Ball resting just outside the 43-yard line. That's, again, just a straight dive play. A nice job by the Owl offensive line to push forward and give Hawkins some nice running room.
Yeah, Cameron Bishop was also in there. He lined up almost like a tight end right behind the right tackle and right guard. He also formed a nice little gap for Hawkins, got him a lead block about 8 yards down the field. So nice job by Bishop, who also stays in as well as a double tight ends formation.
Coach in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands to Hawkins. This time Hawkins gets hit behind the line of scrimmage and will go down. And now we got another flag coming, and that's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty, and I believe they're going to get Jeffersonville this time. Dead ball, personal foul against the Red Devils, so that's going to be 15 yards. Well, this is right now. You're just, and again, that was 15 yards away from the play. It's just the safety just pulled the Owl receiver, Milliken.
That was Milliken. Milliken was doing nothing wrong.
Pulled him down, just grabbed him almost by the face mask and pulled him down. So the penalty is going to move it down inside the 30-yard line. So Seymour has it 1st and 10 at the Jeffersonville 28-yard line. Clock moving with 1:18 to play here in the third quarter.
And this is where Seymour just needs to be smart and do nothing bad. Just keep your calm and just play smart football.
Coach back to throw. He's got pressure. Throws it across the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for Fox. He was under heavy pressure. 2 Red Devils were in on him, and he tried to get Fox and threw it behind him. That's probably a good thing that's just incomplete because he threw it back across the middle.
Yeah, Jamar Hobbs, the defensive end, 6'3", 220-pound senior, was coming in on Max. And also another guy who isn't on the roster was also in there. So Max, like you said, had 2 guys right in front of his face. Lucky not take a sack and not intercepted. As was thrown behind Jackson Fox, and like you said, there's Jefferson defender right behind him who had almost a decent shot, but really wasn't looking for the ball.
Owls will line up 2 receivers to either side in the shotgun. That's Jackson, I believe, next to him. The pass by Coach is a screen pass. It's caught by receiver. I'm not sure who.
Everett
Jackson out there on the left side, and he gets down to the 20-yard line.
Nice job. He
couldn't read the number there first.
Made like a little spin move as there was another receiver out there blocking for him. I believe it was Charlie Bruce. Made like a spin move to avoid 2 defenders to get a couple more yards, as makes it about 3rd and short, about 3rd and 3 here.
3rd and 3, ball resting at the Jeffersonville 20-yard line. The play clock is half a second ahead of the game clock, so the Owls have to take a snap, although they're at the line of scrimmage. Coates in the shotgun with Hawkins to his right, 2 receivers to either side. Back to throw is Coates. He's going to throw it into the end zone for Milliken, and it's way overthrown. Milliken had a step, but the ball sailed past Milliken by about 2 feet, and it'll bring up a 4th down for Seymour. 4th down and
looks like about 3.
3 at the 21-yard line.
Have to get up to the 18.
So 4th down and 3 at the 21. 5 seconds left to play here in quarter number 3. So Coach gets the call from the sideline. That was not a bad play call. It's just Milliken had probably 2 steps on the defender, but the ball was just overthrown. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Coach back to throw. Throws a screen pass, and it's not going to go anywhere. Hawkins caught it, but it was all the way back to the 30-yard line. They're going to lose 8 yards on that. That'll actually be a run because it was definitely a lateral, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. So a promising drive for the Owls ends on downs as the Red Devils will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Back with the fourth quarter after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Seymour Football.
By day, I am your average teenager. But when sugar strikes, I become the flossinator. That's me, and I am armed with minty floss and lightning-fast brushing skills, and I battle the villains of bad breath and gingivitis, keeping your smile selfie-ready all summer long. Join me, the Flossinator, and the Summer Smile Squad at Jackson County Dental in Seymour with my team of doctors, Drs. Pierce, Coomer, and Gardner. Checkups, cleanings, and superhero-level care await. Jackson County Dental, your super smile starts here.
New Legacy understands the importance of securing your future, and we are ready to serve you at either of our locations in Seymour or Scottsburg. Insurance isn't just about protection. It's about providing peace of mind and financial security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's safeguarding your business, home, or health, New Legacy is here to guide you through the process and ensure you have the coverage you need. Don't wait until it's too late to protect what matters most. Call today at 812-271-2000 or visit us to start building a legacy of security. When it comes to insurance, do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy.
So Jeffersonville takes over 1st and 10 at their own 31. They're going to do a reverse around the left side and a lot of room to run. Like that 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Nation McBroom took the reverse, and there was nobody over here on this side. That is a 69-yard run for Nation McBroom off of the reverse, and the Red Devils strike first play of the fourth quarter and lead it by a score of 19-7, and that is a crushing blow to the Owls right there.
Yeah, all the defenders, like you said, went to the left side on the first handoff, like they've been doing all game. Very nice play call by Jeffersonville there. Reversed it. McBroom had nothing but clean green grass to run onto, as that PAT is very good. Eventually came out to be a 69-yard touchdown. Had a blocker up front. Seymour had a chance to tackle him inside the 10, but made a juke move and eventually scored the big touchdown. And that's going to take the wind out of Seymour a little bit. Still a little hope. Still got 12 minutes to go, but
11:48 to play, fourth quarter on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Jeffersonville 20, Seymour 6. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Saturday nights in Seymour. Come alive at Jackson Live and Event Center. Each week, a great show filled with country music you love. Located in Freeman Field, the beautifully designed Jackson Live will transport you to the sounds of Nashville with new guests each week and national concerts monthly. Food is available, family atmosphere, and amazing country music. For tickets and more, visit JacksonLiveandEvents.com or on Facebook at Jackson Live. Book your tickets today for a great show, Jackson Live and Event Center in Seymour.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
well, pretty easy to say what Jeffersonville drive was. Took them one play to go 69 yards, took 12 seconds off the clock. And the one play was a reverse handoff to Nation McBroom as he took it 69 yards to the house as Devils lead 20-6 early in the fourth quarter.
Back Scootover has it teed up at the 40. Everett Jackson and Aaron Holt back deep for the Owls. Seymour has really been stymied offensively tonight with the exception of the one run by Trayshawn Hawkins. And they're going to have to turn it around as quick as ever, down by 2 scores. And Jackson catches it at the 10, brings it up to the 15, tries to get to the outside at the 25, cuts it back into the 30, and will go down right there. I thought he lost the ball at first. The way the Red Devil tackler kind of went back on the ground, but Jackson up to the 30, and the Owls will have it 1st and 10. At the 30-yard line, down 20-6, just underway here in the fourth quarter.
And like you said, that touchdown run from Trayshawn Hawkins, that was on the second drive of the game. I was coming out from a 3-and-out the first drive. Ever since it have some decent good drives that have resulted in no points, like that turnover on downs or last drive. But Besides that, not really too much offensively ever since that long touchdown. Let's see what they can do here now, down 2 scores.
Seymour will open with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Coates in the shotgun. Throws a screen pass. Ball is complete to Bruce. A flag on the play. That may be an offensive block in the back on the Owls. Bruce will get it up across the 45-yard line.
That's Fox.
Is that Fox?
Yeah.
Well, Jackson Fox on the catch, but the Owls are going to be called for a penalty, a legal block in the back, as the receiver who was setting
They're
the
looking at the Seymour coaches and asking them what they're wanting to do. I'm wondering.
No, they called it. He signaled
He
Seymour.
already signaled
Yeah,
on
he
Seymour?
signaled Seymour, legal block in the back.
Well, I will say that was a very hard-fought 14-yard catch by Jackson Fox. He ran about 12 yards of it, breaking like 4 or 5 different tackles, but results to a penalty for Seymour. As it looks like Coach Moore wasn't too happy with that call. Down on the side, referee asking what happened. It did not please him on that holding call.
So the ball will be moved back to the 20-yard line, so a 10-yard legal block in the back, and the Owls will have a 1st and 20 now at their own 20-yard line. Yeah, Coach not very happy with the official who threw the flag. He is a couple of the assistants now kind of stepping in and trying to get him to walk away. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Coach going to hand the ball off, and not much there from Hawkins. And another flag comes down as the Owl receiver, Charlie Bruce, and it's going to be a defensive holding, I think, against Jeffersonville.
Yeah, Charlie Bruce and Tice McCondici for Jeffersonville on the left side. We're going at it again. I've been doing like almost every play.
So holding penalty on Jeffersonville. So that'll just give the Owls 10 yards back that they had. So let's just redo it. 1st and 10 at the 30. They just marked off 15 yards. Did he call a personal foul? He said holding. How can you go from the 20 to the 34 on a holding penalty? Defensive holding. And it's not even 50. It's 14. He marked off 14 yards.
Now he's saying 2nd down. They haven't ran a single play.
It should be 1st down.
It should be 1st and 6, but it looks like they have 2nd and 6. And number 4 is coming off because of an equipment issue for Jeffersonville.
Well, the scoreboard says 2nd down, but I think it's down. The down marker says 2nd down.
Down marker says 2nd down. They haven't ran a play.
It should be 1st down.
There we go. Now
it is 1st down. Well, we might tell the down marker over there.
So it's 1st and
there we go.
6.
1st and 6 now. I don't know where they get the 14.
I guess it's 14-yard penalty by Jeffersonville. Well, it had to be a personal foul or something then.
You're right. It's something. Anyway, Coach takes the snap, rolls to the right. He's got some pressure from behind. Now he's going to unleash it, and it's going to be incomplete. As he threw it just before he got hit there at the sideline. The ball was intended. I think Jackson Fox was in the area, but really was not close to anybody. It'll be incomplete. Bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Owls now back at the 34-yard line. And unfortunately, Fox comes up limping a little bit as he comes back to the huddle. 2nd down and 6, ball resting at the 34-yard line. Jeffersonville in front by a score of 20-6. They have scored 2 touchdowns here in the second half. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The handoff is to Hawkins up the middle. He's got a 1st down across the 35 up to the 40, although he still might have a 1st down as he fought his way forward to the 40.
Carried about 2 or 3 defenders for about 2 or 3 yards.
And it will be a 1st down. They will give him the 1st, so a 6-yard run. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Owls up at the 40-yard line. Can I just say that we're on the road? I miss our clock crew. Matt Winicky and Mickey Beck are
nice
a fantastic job on the clock, and it's just amazing.
We get spoiled with them. Lance Gentry during basketball.
Matt, if you're listening,
with them.
You're listening. We miss you. Can you come on the road and do the clock for us?
Thank you.
Now we got another. We had a pass that was intended for Jackson Fox, and he was hit. And now we got a Jeffersonville player. Now another flag comes in, and that better be on them because the defender just kind of fell down.
That'd be a flop.
If they gave a penalty for Seymour on that, that is off
Coach Moore is going to come unglued if they call a penalty on Seymour.
I will say Jackson Fox hit off his hands, and the Jeffersonville player hit from behind and stepped over him. So it's a taunting foul, at least on Jeffersonville.
And then the Jeffersonville player just kind of fell to the ground.
Yeah, Seymour offensive lineman kind of went to him.
And then a flag came in. Let's see if they call this offsetting. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Jeffersonville.
Yeah.
I get that. Now, do they call another foul as well?
Yeah, it was a big-time flop by Jeffersonville calling.
Without a doubt. And the official threw it as he fell to the ground.
They already threw it when he was on the ground, and the Seymour player was helping him up.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Jeffersonville.
Okay.
So they called both unsportsmanlike penalties on Jeffersonville. That's going to be 30 yards in penalties.
Yeah, Seymour did not. And Coach Moore would have gone.
Had they called that on Seymour, I would have gone. I would have come through the window had they done that. 45, so the ball go all the way up to the 45-yard line. Seymour 1st and 10 at Jeffersonville's 45. Boy, the Owls have to take advantage of this.
Real quick, Jeffersonville has 11 penalties for 102 yards.
Hawkins right up the middle, 40, breaks it to the outside, 35. Oh, and he got the turf monster, got him.
Yeah.
He was trying to cut back, and had he stayed on his feet, he might have taken that to the distance, but he went down. He picks up 11 down to the 34-yard line. But as he might try to make one final cut, he slipped on the turf and brought him down. He would have had another probably 10 yards, but still a good gain of 11 there for Trayshawn.
I will say about Trayshawn, he is definitely quick in agility, and sometimes his legs run a little faster than what his body wants to go. He is very agile, very quick, can make very quick set of movements. That time his legs just got out from underneath him.
First down. Again, the hand to Hawkins. Tries to bounce it out to the right side, and he will get there. They go give him the line of scrimmage. Nope, they're going to say he lost a yard, maybe even 2. They'll mark it back at the 36-yard line. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 12. So they actually will say he went down at the 36. 2nd and 12, clock moving with 9:10 to play here in the 4th quarter. Red Devils in front 20-6. Yeah, also been benefited by 3 Jeffersonville 15-yard penalties. They got to take advantage of it. 1st and 10 at the 36. 3 receivers to the right. This time, Coach back to throw. Looks, throws it down the field, passes incomplete. Intended over here. This time it was intended for Charlie Bruce, and the defender for Jeffersonville stepped in and knocked it away, and now we have a timeout.
I think Jeffersonville called a timeout.
Yeah, Jeffersonville is going to call a timeout. 8:50 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Seymour trailing Jeffersonville 20-6. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
8:50 to play, 4th quarter. Jeffersonville in front by a score of 20-6. The Owls will have a 3rd down and 12 back at the 36-yard line. As the Red Devils took a defensive timeout. Seymour will line up with 3 receivers to the left. They'll bring Bruce, Fox, and Jackson to the left, Milliken to the right. Hawkins lines up to the left of Coates. Max in the shotgun, takes the snap, steps up, throws across the middle, passes picked off. Back the other way comes the Red Devils. Seymour never saw there was a mix-up between Max, and now we got another flag. We're going to have a flag on Jeffersonville on a late hit on Coates. The guy came in and just cheap shot at Max Coates from behind, but that's going to be after the interception. Trey Martin picked it off. He tried to throw a fly pattern down the middle to, I think it was Jackson, who wasn't looking, and Martin just stepped up and made the pick. And the penalty is going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty against Jeffersonville after the interception. Dead ball, personal foul on the Red Devils.
So that'll move it back 15 yards. But Jeffersonville will have the football. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Well, personal foul, another 15 yards for penalty on Jeffersonville.
Yep. That's just a case where the lineman just blindsided Max Coates. No, not necessary, but it did come after the interception. So the Red Devils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Now they will get a big dose of Benji Rice and D.D. Williams. Rice will keep it, bounces it out to the left side. Aaron Holt was able to trip him up. Aaron just got a hold of his ankle and tripped him up as he got to the line of scrimmage. They'll give him 2 because his forward progress got him up to the 33-yard line. But that'll be a pickup of 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. Again, the ball resting at the 33-yard line with clock moving. Be under 8 minutes on the next snap. Again, in the shotgun is Rice. This time he'll hand to Williams. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage and will be brought back.
Braden Riley was the first one to hit him.
Braden Riley, yep. 34 got a hold of him and dragged him down.
Alex Cisneros was also there. Braden was the first one, but Alex was right behind him, really half a second, hit him after Riley did. So nice shot by them too by stopping him. Still got a decent amount of yards though.
Yeah, still gave him 4 yards, give him 2 yards.
Forward progress of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Ball at the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 6. As Rice will line up with Williams to his left. Al's bringing some pressure. Rice keeps it, breaks a first tackle, and will get up to about the 37-yard line, where it'll bring up a 4th down. So the Red Devils unable to do anything after the turnover, but what they did do was take about 3 minutes off the clock, and that is enough for them at this moment with a 2-touchdown lead. And the Owls offense really not showing signs of being able to move the ball on a consistent basis. You know, you think about it, you had the 78-yard run. Had it not been for that long run, this offense really hasn't maybe gained 20 yards on a drive, and that's the most they've had the entire game.
Yeah, there was a couple drives where we had a decent drive, but
there's the punt, and it will bounce and go out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Let's see where they mark it out over there on the far sideline. 32-yard line, where the Owls will have it 1st and 10, again at their own 32, trailing 20-6 with 6:22 to play here in the ball game. Next Friday night, the Owls will be back home as they will entertain Columbus East. The Olympians playing their crosstown rival Columbus North Bulldogs tonight. Anybody out there has a score on the East-North game, wants to pass it along, we'd be happy to share that. The Olympians opened with a loss to Bloomington South. So
Columbus North is up 33-7 with about 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
33-7, not surprising.
North has the ball, 30, East 30.
So the Olympians look like they're going to be 0-2 coming into Bullitt Stadium next Friday night. The Owls trying to prevent that, but going to have to do a lot of work here late. Coach will throw it. Pass is incomplete. Everett Jackson was laid out by the Jeffersonville defender. Pass was thrown high, and Jackson was in that vulnerable state, and the cornerback laid him out. Fortunate that Everett got up and walked back to the huddle. That's one he could have easily laid down. That was when you saw it coming.
Mm-hmm.
And the defender laid into him, and that right there was a legal hit.
That was a clean hit. That was a very good hit.
That was a clean hit, you bet.
Hawkins will Coach will keep it. There was some confusion in the backfield. Coach ends up keeping it and picks up about 3. Will bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Really wasn't confusion there. There was a defensive lineman for Jeffersonville who got into it, and if that was actually a nice read by Max, because if he would have gave it to Trayshawn Hawkins, it would have been a loss for about 4 or 5 yards. My shot by Max, keeping it, spinning out, and gaining a positive 3. So nice read by Max by preventing the negative yards for positive 3 yards.
3rd down and 7. And the shotgun is Coach. We got a whistle.
Equipment issue for safety for Jeffersonville.
The official in the backfield blew the whistle. Apparently, Jeffersonville player with an equipment, and he's going to have to leave the game. So they have to replace him. Maybe, I don't know why he comes to the sideline and just standing there. I don't know what.
Looking like some sort of like shin or cleat area of one of his legs.
Almost like maybe the official saw blood, and I don't know. 3rd down. Get it to 33. Coach straight back to throw. He's got time this time. Steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to be hit and brought down. Well, that's a secondary sack because he had time and just simply nowhere to go with the football. And it's going to bring up a 4th down as the Owls will bring in their punt team as Aaron Holt will come in. 4th down at the 33-yard line. Clock is moving with under 5 minutes to play. Jeffersonville looks confused on what they want to do. And
Aaron Holt's in the.
And now we got a flag.
Coaches were on the field while both teams were set up.
It's going to have a sideline. It's just going to be a warning. The coach was literally out on the field trying to keep his player in the game, and official threw the flag and said, you can't be out here while the play's going on.
Yep, and Jefferson's coach wasn't green. He was just trying to get his team worked out, and both teams were set. So Jeff's coach was okay with it.
It's a sideline warning, and so they do stop the clock at 4:50, and now we'll reset it and wind it. So Aaron in shotgun formation, takes the snap. He is going to throw it back across the field. It's complete. It's going to be a 1st down.
It's like Brody Bowles.
Pass is caught by Brody Bowles, and then he is hit as he goes out of bounds. But it is a 1st down.
I was thinking to myself, it's a good time.
Eventually.
It almost looked like Jeff wasn't bringing in pressure. Normally they've been getting good pressure on the punts, and that time they were expecting a fake. Nice job. They do what they normally do. Aaron Holt rolls out right. Nice job by Brody Bowles, linking out a little bit, not showing it too early. Was open for a big time catch. We'll see if that's a spark for the Owls here 4.5 minutes ago.
I knew that play was in. I saw him working on that play at practice, so I knew they had that play in their arsenal. It was just a matter, and I just kept thinking, I think we're going to see that rollout. He's going to throw it back across the field. It works perfectly. It gets the Owls a 1st down up to the Jeffersonville 47.
20-yard pass.
Coach back to throw, rolls out to the right. Has some pressure. Now he's going to release it down the field, and it's incomplete as he throws it out of bounds. And I'll bring up a 2nd down for Seymour up at the Jeffersonville 47. That at least stops the clock with 4:24 to play. But again, the Owls down 20-6 with 4:24 to play. Need to get a score here. Really, and honestly, they need to get a score within the next minute or so. Maybe a big play here, a hitch and go or a reverse halfback, something.
Still have 3 timeouts too.
But they gotta give them time.
Gotta get a quick scoring and a quick stop.
Couple reverses. They roll out. Coach throws it. Passes complete to Fox. Fox is going to have minimal yards. He's going to be brought down about 2 yards. Another flag on the play.
Might be like a face mask or a horse collar tackle attempt by Jeffersonville.
I think you're right. I think it's either going to be a face mask or a horse collar.
It almost looks like Jackson halted a little bit after that first tackle. He wasn't full speed anymore.
And it is a face mask on the Red Devils. So we'll see if they tack on 5 or 15.
Could be 20 at this point.
Yeah. Right now the ball is at the Jeffersonville 45, so it's at least going to go to the 40, and that's where they'll put it down, a 5-yard face mask, but Seymour will get the down over again. It'll be still second down. The chain gain's moving the first down marker. That is not a first down. Now we reset. Second down at the 40-yard line. Coates takes the snap, straight back to throw. Sets up the screen for Hawkins. Got a block out there. Hawkins 35, cuts it into the 30. Another flag comes in, and this one might be against Seymour for a hold.
Yeah, definitely coaches are pumping their fist about it too.
Boy, and that was after Hawkins had got by the man. So let's see what the call is. It's a hold on Seymour. So that'll bring the Owls back 10 yards. Ball resting at the 33-yard line at the moment, but it'll be brought back
with 43
to the 43. They marked 10 yards from the end of the pass play.
No, the ball was actually spot at the 30. They did the flag.
Did they?
The flag was at the 33, and I did 10 yards from the flag of the penalty at the 33 back to the 43.
Okay, so it's basically now it's second down and 7.
Ended up being just like a 3-yard penalty.
Coates in the shotgun, 2 receivers to either side, back to throw, throws an outlet pass. It's caught by Fox, and he will be stopped at the 40-yard line. So Jackson makes another catch.
Gain those 3 yards back.
And you basically got 3 yards back up to the 40-yard line to bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Owls. But again, the clock moving with 3:45 to play here in the period. 20-6. Seymour trails Jeffersonville at the 40-yard line. Seymour with a 3rd down. Coates takes the snap, straight back to throw, fires it out, passes complete by Milliken, and if they give him the forward progress like they should, it'll be a 1st down.
I think they are.
And they are. They're going to give it right at the yard, but that's enough for a 1st down, so that'll move the sticks. But again, time is becoming a major issue with 3:18, and they'll wind the clock again once they set the ball. And now this ball is set, the clock is winding. Well, they're trying to. They're not going to. 2 on, two receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and the shotgun. And now we have a timeout called by Jeffersonville. So the Red Devils will take a timeout. I think they want to make sure that they have everything in place before this snap is made. So 3:09 to play, 4th quarter. Jeffersonville 20, Seymour 6, or Seymour football after this 30-second timeouts.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Back here at Jeffersonville, as the Devils lead the Owls 20-6 with 3:09 to play in the 4th quarter. Seymour will have a 1st and 10 at Jeffersonville's 37, down 2 scores. Still have 3 timeouts. Got to get a quick score. Really run the ball a lot. Have thrown some quick passes, but you definitely got to see when you're going to try the big one. You got to start throwing the ball down the field with 3 minutes, down to 2 scores. Got to get a quick touchdown, and then you can't try for an onside kick. If you can't get it, got to get a quick stop against Jeffersonville's run offense, which has been really good here tonight.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Coates in the shotgun. Throws it out to the front. Jackson Fox with the catch. He's running backwards. Almost looked like they wanted to, like it might have been a hook and lateral, but he had nowhere to hook it, to throw it to. So he kept running kind of backwards. He's going to end up gaining 3 yards. He caught it 6 or 7 yards down and then ran it back 3 yards back the other way. 2nd down, clock moving with 2:40 to play. Coates again in the shotgun. Back to throw. There's a pump fake. Still nobody. Now he's going to get hit. He's going to go down. And he goes down hard as the Jeffersonville sacks him back at the 39-yard line. It was one of those hitch and goes, but nobody bought, and there was nobody open. Coach had nowhere to throw it, and the Owls are going to have to take a timeout. 2:24 to play. Seymour trailing by a score of 20-6, and we'll keep it here. The Owls got on the board first. Trayshawn Hawkins scored on a 78-yard run with 3:43 to play, and the Owls were up 6-0. Jeffersonville jumped off sides on the extra point, so the Owls decided to go for two, couldn't get it. Then the Owls got a 3-and-out. One of the big plays was a fumble. Seymour fumbled the ball deep in their own territory. Jeffersonville recovered in a short field, drove 26 yards, I think it was.
27 yards in 4 plays. Took a minute 17 off the clock.
27 yards, a 1-yard run by Benji Rice. And we were tied 6 apiece at the half. The Red Devils scored with 4:36 to play in the third quarter on a 50-yard run by Rice. And then on the first play of the fourth quarter, a 69-yard reverse. McBroom scored to kind of put give the Red Devils a 2-touchdown lead at 20-6. The Owls have been very stagnant offensively. They've had a couple decent plays, but outside of that long run, they have not really threatened. They are in Jeffersonville territory. But again, they need to score quickly with just 2:31 to play, and they have to score twice. And they face a 3rd down and 12. Coach in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to throw is Max. Again, wants to set up the screen. It's not there. Now he just throws it out in the flat. Hawkins catches it, but he's going to lose about 4 yards because he was back at the 40. They'll mark him at the 41, so a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 4th down, and the Owls obviously will have to go for it. And we'll have to pick up 15 yards and pretty much the final gasp here for Seymour.
Yeah, they have to throw it deep, and they haven't done that much tonight. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of play call they're coming up with. It's like some laterals.
This involves the ball game for the Owls. They have to get a first down with 2 receivers to either side. Coates in the shotgun, takes the snap, straight back to throw. He's just going to throw it up for grabs, and it's going to be incomplete. Wasn't even close. Ball out there was Milliken and Jackson, but it's an incomplete pass. And the Red Devils will take over 1st and 10, and the Owls do have 2 timeouts left, but we'll see if Coach Moore uses those timeouts. I want to say that Corey Zering and Jeff Claycamp, who help us on the broadcast, they are camping, and I'll just say that they are listening to the broadcast, and they're having a nice glass of iced Coca-Cola around the fire.
I'm called that.
Well, it might be Coke. Might have something in the Coke, but glad you guys are listening.
We'll say Coke.
I'll hope one of them. I'll see if one of them is going to be with us next week. Now here's a run up the middle by D.D. Williams, and he's going to take it all the way inside the Seymour 40-yard line. He broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Jeffersonville went to this formation midway through the second quarter. They had some trouble with their snaps with the regular quarterback, so Benji Rice, who was the starting tailback, has come in to be the quarterback, and basically it's just been read option between him and D.D. Williams. They've thrown a couple reverses in, but
yeah, D.D. Williams has 15 carries for 163 yards. Benji Rice has 15 carries for 104 yards. And ever since made that change to Benji Rice, D.D. Williams back up, they've only thrown the ball once. And it was that Benji Rice kind of like almost a Hail Mary throw at the end of the first half that went absolutely nowhere.
The Owls, by the way, did not call timeout, so Red Devils will run probably 1-2 more plays. Rice will keep it himself, and Coach Moore is not calling a timeout, so I think they'll have to run it one more time, and that'll be it. The Owls will fall to 0-2 on the season, and this was one that, last week you kind of look back and we talked about opportunities that the Owls had. They had some opportunities to do more last week and didn't get it done. They simply just offensively, they just were not very efficient. They had the 78-yard run by Hawkins there midway through the first quarter to get them on the board. But outside of that, they did not get the ball into the red zone and really maybe inside the 30 once. But
that was it. And now the Red Devils might score on the final play from scrimmage. Williams takes it into the secondary. He's going to get knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line with 2 seconds to play. And now we'll see what Jeffersonville does. With 2 seconds to play, the Red Devils have it at the Seymour 2-yard line. And he went out of bounds, so they have to take a snap. I guarantee you the players want to score them. They're trying to probably plead with the coaches to score.
Some of the players were pleading that was a touchdown because he lunged for it. They're not bringing the starting quarterback in. I wonder if they're taking a knee now.
I think they're going to take a knee, yeah. And they are. Although he's going to go under center. He is. They're going to take a knee. So Bachman will take a knee. He'll let the clock run out. He'll go to a knee, and that will be it. Final score reads Jeffersonville 20, Seymour 6. Back to start our post-game show in 2 minutes. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at BeattyInsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, online at bobpointer.com.
Back here at Jeffersonville High School, where the Owls fall to the Red Devils by a score of 20-6. Coach Moore is trying to find his way up here, but I know you got to walk all the way around and go up. So he's looking how to get up. I don't know if Lance is going to go see if he can direct him up here. I know Coach Moore was walking one direction, but you have to walk all the way almost to the end of the end zone and then around the fence to get up here. So it's going to be, if he does make it up here, it's going to be a few minutes. But nonetheless, we'll kind of recap the ball game as Lance was going to try to tell him how to get up here, but he was working on stats. The Owls, again, got in front early after both teams failed on their first possession. Seymour's Trayshawn Hawkins went 78 yards around left end, broke a tackle, and raced down the left sideline all the way to the end zone for 78 yards with 3:43 to play in the first quarter. They went for a
the extra point, but Jeffersonville jumped offside, so Seymour went for 2 and didn't get it, so it stayed 6-0. Then the Owls got a 3-and-out and had the ball deep in their own territory. The play had just completed a first down on a screen pass to Trayshawn Hawkins. Unfortunately, Trayshawn lost the ball as he was breaking into the open. Jeffersonville recovered at the Seymour 27. That set the Red Devils up in a short field position, and they were able to score on a 1-yard run by Benji Rice. The extra point was wide left. It stayed 6-6, and that's where we were at the end of the first half. Both teams stymied on their first drive in the second half, but then Jeffersonville, after getting a short punt from Seymour, one play from the 50-yard line, Benji Rice took it up the middle. 4:36 to play in the third quarter. Extra point was good. It was 13-6. And then the first play of the fourth quarter, the Red Devils, after they've been doing that read option for the entire game, went to a reverse, and it was a 69-yard reverse to Vernation McBroom, and he scored with 11:48 to play to make it 20-6. Coach Moore has made his way up here. Our comments are brought to you by Prosser School of Technology as Coach puts on the headset here with us. And Coach, I know that was not the performance you were hoping for as we enter play here tonight.
Jay, if I may, I'm going to make this quick because I have a point I want to drive right now. First off, I'm going to say we got beat tonight. Okay. We lost this game, but I want to commend our players for the effort that they displayed, sportsmanship that they displayed. And I think that it's time to have some accountability in the state of Indiana, specifically the IHSA, because we played a team tonight that just came off of a brawl. We played a team tonight that just came off of recruiting violations, and nothing is being done about it. And it sickens me that we're allowing this because this is turning into the Wild West. All right. And yes, I'm frustrated, and I'm speaking to a crowd right now, but let it be known that I'm not the only one feeling this frustration. And this isn't going to be the last time that something like this is said, because this is absolute crap. And I will defend my team, but I was frustrated with the lack of accountability that existed tonight. And I'm proud of my guys for keeping their heads in the game and just playing football. We lost the game on the field tonight. Losing sucks. Okay. And it sucks to lose the way we did, but I'm proud of our guys, and I will go to bat for my team every stinking time if that's what it takes. But I am so aggravated right now, and what's taking place right now is not right, and the IHSA needs to get involved. This is not the last time that something like this is going to happen.
Coach, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet. So, okay. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. Lance will have a look at final statistics in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins. Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Back here at Jeffersonville, as the Red Devils beat the Owls 20-6 tonight. We'll look at the stats. First for Jeffersonville, no passing whatsoever in the first half. They were 2 for 2. It was Braden Bachman for 19 yards. Both of them going to Nation Rowe McBroom, and they did not pass the ball a single time in the second half. Running the ball, Benji Rice had 17 carries for 105 yards for 2 touchdowns. D.D. Williams had 16 carries for 198 yards and no touchdowns. As a team, they ran the ball for 303 yards. Actually, Nation McBroom had that one touchdown for 69 yards, so they actually ran the ball for 359 yards as a team on 34 carries. For Seymour, Max Coates was 11 for 23 for 86 yards passing the ball. Trayshawn Hawkins had 4 catches for 38 yards. Jackson Fox had 4 catches for 25 yards. Brody Bulls had 1 catch for 20 yards. Running the ball for Seymour, Trayshawn Hawkins led the way with 14 carries for 94 yards with a touchdown. Long run of 78 yards was his 1 touchdown. Maddox Wallace had 1 carry for 15 yards. Everett Jackson had 2 carries for 12 yards. And Brody Bulls had 3 carries for 11 yards.
It all adds up to a 20-6 Jeffersonville win over the Owls. We will name let's first name our Connor or family drug play of the game, and obviously we're going to go with the Trayshawn Hawkins run, 78-yard run, the highlight for the Owls offensively tonight.
Defensively, you could think about that 4th down tackle by Brody Sawyer.
4th down, yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. That's good. A good offensive and defensive play of the game. 76-yard run by Trayshawn Hawkins, and then that defensive play. We'll take a break. We'll come back and name our Connor Smith Ice Center Seymour players of the game, and we'll do that in just a moment.
Looking for stability in today's market? Lock in peace of mind with a fixed rate mortgage from the People's Bank. Enjoy a great low rate that stays the same for the life of your loan. No surprises, no rising payments, just predictable monthly cost you can count on. Whether you're buying your first home, your forever home, or refinancing, our experienced lenders are here to help. Visit the People's Bank nearest you to learn more. The People's Bank, trusted guidance with hometown service. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The doctors at Connor Smith Eye Center in Seymour are proud to have cared for the vision needs of the community since 1998. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Don't miss your yearly exam. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Back here at Jeffersonville, and our player of the game tonight is Trayshawn Hawkins. Trayshawn had 14 carries for 94 yards, including that long 78-yard touchdown. Anybody on the defensive side, Lance, that sticks out tonight? You did call Blaine Stainbrook's name on defense a few times tonight, so we'll go Blake Stainbrook. We'll go Blake Stainbrook, sure. Blake Stainbrook and Trayshawn Hawkins as our Connor Smith Eye Center Seymour players of the game. As you might expect, I've gotten quite a few text messages about that. That was not what I was expecting. There was no point to even – I did not want to keep that going. He defended his team. And there was no reason to keep that conversation going because there was nothing that I could have said that would have made him happier, and he might have ended up, So we'll just leave it at, that it was not what I was expecting, but there was no need for me to continue on with that, and we'll move on. So that's the first time I can say. So anyway, thank you tonight for being a part to A.J. Moye, the athletic director here at Jeffersonville, for giving us the spot here to broadcast. Lance, thanks as always. Enjoy working with you. Appreciate you. And hopefully we'll get back on the winning track again next weekend. The Owls will welcome in Columbus East to Bullitt Stadium. Kickoff 7 o'clock. Our coverage begins. We hope yours as well at 6 o'clock with the pregame show. And don't forget about the Tyson Moore show Thursday night at 6 o'clock. Also, don't forget IU football tomorrow. The Hoosiers open year 2 under Kurt Signetti. 2:30 kickoff against his former team, Old Dominion, from the Rock Assembly, the Rock Memorial Stadium. Coverage will start at 1:30 with the pregame, and you can hear the game, of course, right here on 92.7. In the final tonight, it was Jeffersonville 20 and Seymour 6. For Lance Hubbard, I'm Jay Hubbard. Thank you for listening. Good night from Jeffersonville. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend.
Thanks for listening to Seymour